game.
Welcome back to some D&D on Sunday. The Unfortunate Sons, Session 33, A Village Worth Fighting For. No one has yet to comment on the Mulan sounding like title. When the DM does all the work here. We're back, though, for part 4. Last time we left off, the party, having started their session back at the house at the bottom of the hill in this small village that they had attended to, or had managed to come out to, they ended up deciding to go across the street to check out another house, finding not only another infected cultist-like creature, or no, villager, I think is what you guys just stated. Finding another villager with a strange disease, the party managed to, with a few bloody accidents and Ned getting stabbed a couple of times, managed to take down the poor creature and getting its cloak and a few other items. The party would manage to do a little bit of investigating, learning some important information, hopefully that they would take note of about the town, as well as finding more of these scrolls that they had been kind of finding in the other buildings. With that, though, the party then decided to continue on towards the building with the, I know I'm going back 2 sessions, don't worry. Then managing to go back towards what they assumed to be the village chief's house, managing to go down and finding a strange summoned room that, as Eider kind of came to the realization and explained to the party, it seemed like a mishap seemed to happen. A different creature appeared for what this village was trying to bring, or whoever was trying to summon something. With that, the party, having managed to successfully figure out a puzzle, would then find themselves almost alone for a moment after a brief transformation and a bit of visions amongst Dom and Eider. With those two going on a vision quest, Ned and Keznanok playing cards on their body as well as using their bodies for tables to hold their drinks. The party would slowly come back together as the two would come to consciousness within. Kez going and Ned heading around to go inspect the body. Kez picking up some interesting tongs that he had found and kind of pocketing them for the time. While the two would investigate the body, finding out that the individual seemed to be not only a druid, but carrying a very strange letter that had to seem to do with Kez's own god's champion. While that was going on, a armory-like area would also open up, and with a little bit of help from Eider, the party would also figure out that something had chased this druid into this room and managed to kill it. Not only chasing it from a different plane of existence, but managing to pinpoint a pocket plane and teleporting into it, which caused a bit of fear for Eider. But while Eider investigated further, the rest of the 3 party members would investigate the armory to unique effect, with the 3 of them managing to come under the curse quite quickly. Kez, I believe, you ended up grabbing, what was it? The hammer, right?
Dwarven War Axe.
Dwarven War Axe, that's what it was, yes. The Dwarven War Axe, as well as then the party looking for some size for poor Dom. Though unfortunately, the party, before they could manage to outfit and equip each of them, and with a little bit of the help of guard dog Ned, who would fail the curse, try to protect the weapons, the armory would unfortunately end up crumbling, and the party would find themselves back out in the main hallway of this semi-pocket dimension that they had found themselves in. Deciding that there really wasn't much else they could look into or get into, the party started to head back out towards the exit. And just as they were about to exit out, the party, unfortunately, or rather Kez, would find himself grabbed by a large hand, trying to pull him out, and unfortunately instead being pulled in. As we return back, the party having just moments ago, just seeing Kez pull something in, or try to pull back, a bluish hand coming in as it does, all of you can see Kez is starting to lightly glow. As he takes hold, or as he pulls his hand forward, or rather towards him. As each of you begin to look on, let's get some initiative rolls, please, people.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Also, for those who don't remember what the dungeon looks like, room looks like, I will post this as well. 15 for Eider, thank you.
Appreciated.
15 for
16.
Ned. 16 for Kiz.
I have an obscene initiative modifier. It doesn't matter.
I know, right?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Chastophilus, are you joining tonight or no? Oh, there. I'll take silence as a no. All right, cool. All righty.
We'll just show up at the end of the fight.
Right.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Let's see.
Okay. New canonical voice.
Whew, those are some rolls. Ouch. All right. Remind me, Kez, you have the hammer from the druid, right? Still on you?
Yeah.
Cool. Eider and Ned, who has the higher modifier for your dex?
What's up? I think it's total modifier.
That's what I just asked. So, point made.
Oh, sorry. Just
I have a 12.
12? Okay. Well, okay, so +1.
I have a +9. Total.
Okay. So Eider will go first. Alrighty. Give me a moment. Don't worry. Nothing rolled higher.
You got a +9 to your dex.
I don't have 2 of my decks. I have 2 effects that give me a bonus to initiative.
Alright. As at the top of the initiative, Dom, as you see Kez suddenly pull what looks to be a large blue hand through what looks to be an axe, and it's wielded in its hand with a strange symbol of what looks to be a bronze hammer carved quite clearly and vibrantly onto the side of the axe, almost giving it a somewhat glimmer. The background of the axe being very grayish in coloration. However, as the hand pulls forward, it kind of looks almost as if this figure is slightly taller than Kez, but the rest of the body has yet to come through. What would you like to do? I will say Kez is about like 30-ish, I think, feet in front of you, was what we came to the end, with Ned, Eider, and Dom kind of standing back.
30 feet in front of me, it's just an arm and an axe.
Yep, that Kez is currently like holding on to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check a thingy real quick before I declare anything.
I do declare.
I do
declare.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do this because I think the risk outweighs the reward. I'm gonna move 15 feet forward, so
Okay.
I'm 15 feet away, as per my new range of attack, and I am going to attempt a disarm for my action.
Ooh. Okay.
It's an attack opportunity, but I don't think he can see it. Them could see, given I'm 50 feet away and their face isn't through the portal. So I don't know what that does to an attack of opportunity.
It cannot see your hand currently. So he is considered flat-footed. Yeah. So technically, as long as you're not attacking the body outside of the thing, yeah, he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
Cool. So we just do our opposed attack rolls then, and I believe I will get a +8 to this because of my new huge category.
Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah. If it's a two-handed weapon, they get a +4. If it's light, there's not a light weapon. No fucking way.
That is a 2. The axe in his hand is technically counted as a great axe.
Cool. So
That.
let me.
Oh, my rolls. They continue.
What did you
16?
You get? Ooh, okay. So already with a +8, I'm higher than that, but let me give you my total just in case it matters. So my plus to hit, so 18 plus 8, so 26.
As you walk over and smack the axe out of the frost giant-like creature's hand, kind of seeing this hand a little bit more closer and recognizing the skin tone for a moment. The hammer drops, or the great axe drops to the ground immediately as you smack or punch at his hands, almost immediately leaving a large bruise on his the back of his hand that seems to show the point of where your gauntlet hit it. As the axe kind of drops right at Kez's feet. It does slightly give a bit of a glow, but otherwise nothing seems to happen. Is there anything else that you'd like to do, Dom? That's your 15 feet of movement and a single hit?
Yeah, the 50 feet movement single hit. I'm gonna check. I'll designate my dodge bonus, which is just a passive thingy in case he, steps through and decides to seek retribution.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. I'll just stand over this axe and guard it. I'll look at Kez actually as I like just walk forward and with my new massive hand just completely like flat hand slap the axe out of it. I'll look at Kez and be like, "Go for it." Give a thumbs up.
And Hulk, smash.
All right. Not in my house. God damn it.
Exactly.
As as
fist.
Dom smacks the hand, the axe dropping to the ground. Kez, you are up.
So I'm still like gripped.
Yep.
With this guy, right?
You still have a hold of his hand, his forearm. Yep.
Can I bring the hammer down on his arm?
Yep.
Question. What am I
Yes.
rolling for this hammer?
Are you okay? What is your hammers to attack?
My current hammer is...
The one with the boar head in it.
Yeah, it's just like my regular...
Mm-hmm.
a d20 plus my... It has a +1 attack bonus.
As you go to swing, you watch as the hammer at your hip seems to almost appear immediately as it does into your hand. The other hammer completely shattering, and then the symbol of Ella Ugbo beginning to engrave in a bright light around the hammer as you go to swing. A almost holy trail of light kind of falling behind it as it seems to cause an almost unnatural shadow along the entirety of the corridor as Kez goes to swing with it. Go ahead and roll like a normal roll, so a d20 plus your normal base attack plus your +1, and I'll note for something here in a minute.
All right. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That does hit.
All right then. Let's see here. Where's my D10 and my D6? All right, so we have 7 bludgeoning and 4 lightning.
As the weapon slams in, give me a moment to do quick math. All right. As the weapon slams down, you hear the scream out as the hammer pulls away, and you see the burn mark of Ella Ugbo's symbol almost immediately onto the individual's forearm where your hammer hits. The sounds of cracking bone underneath, but the creature seems to be unaffected overall as he doesn't seem to pull his hand at all, seemingly letting it stay there as the strike hits.
So we're still gripping one another?
Yep.
Well...
Anything else you'd like to do, Kez?
Guess I'll do it again.
All right. Let's swing again, Kez.
19 this time.
That does not hit.
Well, we know what it is, boy.
As you see him pull his hand to the side, pulling you slightly to the side as you kind of thrown off balance, your hammer going a little bit wide as it slams down onto the stone beneath you. As you kind of pick it back up, the rest of you see as Kez now looks as if he has almost a silver circlet around the top of his forehead, like almost a tiara-like object.
Does this look like the one that crushed the other person's head?
Somewhat, but it looks to be more made of light and glimmering silver.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's gonna kill him, he's gonna have to take that out with his goddess. Seems like.
Exactly. All right, Kez. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
All right, as you go to swing the second time, having missed, kind of glaring, holding this arm, trying to keep this individual from pulling away. The sound of a bit of crunching as every time he tries to pull his arm away, and the bone seems to mash and move. All right, as you end your turn, Eider, standing still 30 feet behind Kaz, seeing this, what would you like to do?
Well, time to move up at the very least. So, like, there's gonna be my full movement to like make it to Kez.
Okay.
and then probably a little bit of identification. I thought I got like a good view of it. Does this guy look like he's actively undead?
Um,
His arm.
you can only see his arm right now. He is still on the other side of this somewhat what looks to be a translucent portal, but you don't see anything other than the building itself on the other side.
Oh, gotcha. I was like moving up to like actively be in like the doorway.
Oh, are you gonna walk? Okay. You're sticking your head through.
Might as well.
Okay, perfect. That gives me the one key for what I was waiting for. Even though I think you're the only person I can't actually hit.
There's a reason I'm doing it instead of letting for other people.
Oops, not 120. There we go.
Oh God.
All right. Does a 22 hit?
Nope.
Damn. As you feel bloody bones go swiping across your face as you manage to, or as you feel them crack against the helmet, as you look out, you see what looks to be a somewhat shrouded figure in a cloak, kind of almost completely covered his face, his face and body, his forearms and arms being the only thing that really sticks out of the sleeves. As you see the axes, well, one axe in one hand, a few other great axes on his back, as it looks like. The figure having his hood up over his head, you can't really see much other than what looks to be a faint glowing of bronze eyes. And a symbol that seems to be slightly glowing that he's wearing over his robes that looks to be a bronze axe on a gray coin. Sorry, iron gray coin specifically. My apologies.
Is that immediately familiar? Because I don't recall
give
that
me-
iconography right off the.
Give me a knowledge nobility or a knowledge religion. I'll take either.
Give you a religion. That is 38.
There is not a god in the world that has that holy symbol.
If I'm correct, the guy's arm that I'm holding on had a Lithotara symbol on it, right?
Nope.
It.
No, his axe had a symbol on it.
That's what it was.
And I
You
described
said-
the same symbol as earlier.
Except God. What about demons?
Nope. No otherworldly beings, to your knowledge, seem to have this sigil.
Gotcha. Well, time for my knowledge devotion. What do I roll? Or PM me, and I guess because it'll
4.
be a spoiler for the others.
What are you trying to get there?
Oh, the knowledge devotion, because it's based off of like whatever the creature type is. That gives like the flat bonus to hit and damage. You can roll it at like the beginning of combat based on like the categories of monsters you're fighting.
Give me a second. I'm having to pull this up. It's been a minute.
Yeet.
Selecting defeated seemingly have a knowledge skill, your choice. You can make a knowledge. At least a rank in the appropriate knowledge skill. Okay. So you're trying to gather what the creature that is fighting you?
Yep, get like the benefits of my knowledge devotion against them. Well, and everything that may or may not be fighting us that is also the same type.
Well, they're not the same type. Okay, let me see. I'm just seeing if there's what they recommend here. Okay. Fucking annoying little feat to memorize. Alright, give me, I guess, knowledge nature for this in this situation.
Alright, 16, so +2, so I don't have to worry about that one.
Oh, shit. God damn it. Just fucking close. Jesus Christ, give me a minute. Okay. 16, that will give you your +2 to it.
Yeah, I can track the bonuses. I was just because I didn't know what the fuck creature kind it was, basically. And that, changes things. Alright, well. So he's not undead. Figured that one out, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna poke Kez and give him a little sanctuary buff. And just kind of like stand in the portal and stare this guy down.
Okay. kind of keep looking at him as you lightly like smack try to kind of like lightly tap Kez, looking back at him. Kez, you feel the effects of Sanctuary take effect on you. Sick. Cool. All right. Let's see. Is that in your turn, Eider?
Yep, that's all of my movement and all of my action.
Perfect. Ned, you're up.
I've done this one too many times. Ned is gonna move up to be with the rest of the party.
Okay. Gonna move up the 30 feet next to the rest of the party in the doorway. What?
Yes.
Ice is still kind of wrapped around you. All right.
And then let's see. I'm gonna like hold my quarterstaff up, just in case I see a head poke through. I'm just fucking bonk them.
Oh, well. All right. So as Ned holds an action, staring at the door, at the portal, stick over his head, waiting for anything to pop through. Bones, giants, preferably
Giant
not
bones.
bony giants. But all right, Ned. As you end your turn, is there anything you'd like Ice to do? As I seem to be wrapped around
Ice
you.
is going to lash out and try to bite them on the arm.
Oh, on the arm that Kaz is currently holding.
Yes.
Got you. Giant boners, exactly. All right, let's see what you got.
Let's see. I think it's just that.
As Kaz contemplates in the background.
I am trying to figure out what spells to use against this thing because I don't really know what it is yet.
Good question.
I don't believe it does, but I might as well ask. An 11 strength would not raise the attack any, right?
No.
That'd still be 0 for modifier.
I believe so, yeah. Oh, let me double check. It's been a bit.
That's correct.
Because
Okay.
it's 12, right, when you get your +1?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so it is just +4. Oh, now one.
Okay, well, let's see. Can you... let's hope that's not a theme for the night. Confirm? All right, cool.
18. Okay.
All right, so all's good. As I get a little bit of performance anxiety as you're holding the stick over your head, the like concern of being hit with it as she tries to lash out, looking over at the arm, voiding the attack and the concern of something coming through the portal. This Ice seems to kind of hesitate, holding back, and as they go to bite at the arm easily pulls away just in a moment, kind of pulling Kez an inch over to the right a little bit, trying to get away from whatever invisible creature is trying to eat it.
And again.
All right.
Oh.
Was that 2? Damn, man. Oh. All right. As Ice, still seemingly panicked, it kind of again hesitates to bite too long, and the creature's arm pulls away. Ice has taken the curse. Yeah, you are. Really are. Alright. Okay, as Ice ends their turn, kind of staring over at the creature, or staring up at Ned, waiting in anticipation. Ew, excuse me. The first of the bloody bones are going to try and strike forth. Not really caring about who they hit. Let me see. They can only hit... well, actually, technically, you're all within range.
Well, are they through the portal? Because I'm the only one, like...
They all have a 10-foot reach.
I'm 15 feet away.
But can they see us on the other side?
No, well, you don't know. But they're going as a roll, going for Eider. So, which... while I can roll for this, we're going to see how bad this goes. Alright. What? Oh, because I forgot to do that. Alright. Don't mind that. We're almost there. There we go. Wow, a 9 and a 27?
Nope.
Alright, let me roll for that. Okay. As the bloody bone... Huh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, does it pop through the portal?
No, because of Eider standing in the doorway, the creature just smacks at him once, trying to stab him, and the bones bounce off the side of his body. The second one, we're gonna see if it is going to pop through. Alright, Eider. You know, you're just gonna be my guy tonight.
It's what I'm here for.
Fucking, I rolled 2 10s in a row. That's gotta be something. Jesus, alright. I assume 2 10s do not hit?
Even together, 2 10s doesn't hit.
I know.
We struggle in dice rolls together, DM.
I know. The cultist, however, is not going to, as he is going to go ahead and swing cleanly through, which will give you an attack, your attack, Ned, if you'd like to roll
Sweet.
to see if you can swing. As he is going to swing at whatever is holding him, which in this case is Kaz, though he does not know that it's Kaz.
I'd like an attack
23.
opportunity.
He had a
I don't
held
get
action.
one. I'd like one, though.
Yeah, I was going to say 23, that hits.
Right.
Can Ned manage to do some good damage? Let's see.
Do like 400 points of damage right now.
Gotta bop it hard.
Pop it. Twist it. Snap it. Crush it.
Exactly.
Stab it.
Triggering
7.
Nice.
That is bludgeoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky. They're not wearing their chain shirt. So, as the stick or the walking or the quarterstaff comes slamming down, immediately smacking into the hand, you see it kind of pause as the hand comes through the portal, and shakes like back and forth as you can see a big red mark where the quarterstaff smacked into. Either on the other side, like a Tom and Jerry moment when Jerry hit Tom's hand with a hammer suddenly in a hole. The scream roars out across the entirety of this town, you're pretty sure, as this person seems almost shocked at the pain.
Get in here and fight us.
Alright. He is going to go ahead and take a step forward into Kez with his 5-foot step. And he is going to go ahead and take his other great axe down on Kez's head.
Sick.
Shit, he's got 2, guys.
Well, actually, technically, because you disabled me, I can't smack with that arm. I only got 2 attacks.
Sick, because he's one
Nope.
hit is missing. Oh wow.
Don't worry about that. That's eventually. Oh yeah, don't mind the there we go. 37 and 21 to hit, Kez.
The 37 hits.
All right, that's good news. Does that crit? No. it
Oh,
doesn't.
sorry. He needs to make a will save.
Oh, the sanctuary.
Yep. Unfortunately, fun fact: Sanctuary is nearly
19?
impossible to be immune to. Nope.
No, wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
What's will DC?
Technically 30 because I implied it with the fucking gauntlet.
Oh, got you. Okay. Let me double check. Can attack normally is.
You just can't attack him.
You're a fucking asshole.
I have the protection of my god and Eider's gloves.
Well, fuck
and
you.
more
I've still got
importantly,
2 more
Eider.
actions. I'm going after Ned.
Not with me so gripping your arm.
I still have the 2 other actions of the hand swinging around. This guy's got 4. No, fuck. No, it helps. I still gotta do the 2
I
R's.
hate you.
No, it's just because I keep forgetting to put the second R. There we go. Ned, 20 and 24 to hit.
A shock to none. Both hit.
Alright.
You mean the naked guy doesn't have armor? Crazy.
Hey, good news. It's not as bad as you think. Okay, so it's 20 points of that's 40 points of slashing and piercing damage. As the great axe comes slashing at you after it bounces off the side of Kez as he begins to glow in a holy light for a moment. The blade, the hand seemingly angry, turning and swinging towards the next closest target, Ned being, unfortunately, it as it smacks into him.
Ned looks super rough and just goes, "Never mind. Don't fight us."
Ned having a nice, big gash of an axe. Good. What was that, Ned? Sorry.
I said as some blood spews out of his mouth.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, back up to the top of the initiative. Dom, you're up.
So that's not good.
No, Ned just got
Ned-
slashed to shit. No, it's not good at
Ned
all.
just got his shit kicked in. Kez is still, being grappled / grappling. I'm trying to see it. Hang on. I'm trying to see if I have any item that could.
It's a cunning game of cat and also cat.
Cat and also cat.
Yes, I don't have to kill Eider. I just have to kill everyone Eider cares about.
Well, to be fair, I could just apply a sanctuary to all of them, and we can duke it out.
I'm wondering
Bastard,
if
I will- I
should
swear to
try
God.
to disarm again or just whack him. That's the.
I will
that's
say the other arm
situation.
has pulled back out of the portal, so it's back at his side. Not the one that Kez is holding, but the one that attacked Ned.
Oh, okay. So that one's not even like sticking out.
No,
anymore.
no, he's not gonna. Well, because he can't see and he knows he got smacked by something that disarmed him. He's not gonna leave his hand in there and
Okay.
not sing.
Then yeah, I guess my only option, therefore, is to just wail on him. I'm going to, since I'm not
Break
gonna
his
move.
arm.
First attack, I'm going to
and twist it.
just do a regular attack so I can do my weakening arm and see if that will affect. So I will roll to see if that hits. There we go.
Hot.
Probably fucking not unless I'm flanking with Kez. I don't think I am, so only a 10.
No, because he's with the range he's at. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
10 does not hit.
So second attack. I'm gonna go for it again, guys. 18 to hit.
No, sadly does not hit.
I'm getting awful rolls. I should have just.
As your hands
I don't
kind
know what I
of
should have done.
slap against the meaty forearm of this dude, he's definitely working out as you're having a hard time doing anything to the. It could also be, the big broken bone in his forearm that's numbed out. That may be why he's not feeling anything as you smack into it.
Yeah, let me double check to see if there's anything redeeming I could do, but I
Either
don't
just
believe
seeing
there
the
is.
guy's face kind of twist in pain every second, and Dom's just punching at a wounded
Yeah, I'm
injury.
just poking my finger into the wound. Like, is this doing anything? Is this?
I just look
Guys?
at the guy, like, you can let go. Like,
Can he?
Yeah,
Kez is
you're the
holding
one
him.
who's doing this. So I guess
this is
I'm gonna
entirely a
look
problem of your own making.
look at the Kez and Eider, whose I guess head is stuck through the portal, and be like, guys, he hits hard. Don't get hit. I guess that's my fucking turn. Some really dog shit.
I guess
I'm
this
staying
is
15 feet away, by the way.
Okay.
this is an interesting moment for information out of character. Can I even hear Dom? Because this is technically like across a dimension.
No. If
Okay.
your head's
Only
sticking out, you
Kez
can't hear them.
and Ned.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Confirmed that one.
Also,
late.
Ned says like half dead, bleeding from his chest, massive open wound.
I didn't
Going
flurry
from
of
green
blows
to white
intentionally
very quickly.
to not have a less likely chance to hit, and guess what? Didn't matter, guys.
As Dom kind of punching at the numbed out wound, trying to do anything. Eider seeing the guy's face in pain, twisting every once in a while, but seemingly getting no reaction from the arm. Most likely because at this point, as Kez looking down on it with quick medical thought, it's clean broken. This guy can't feel anything in his hand anymore.
Well, now it's time to sever
he
so he
holding
bleeds
on?
out.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Kez, you're up.
Yeah!
As Dom finishes, kind of like wailing on the arm where the break is, and you just kind of
Because
looking at it.
everyone knows a warhammer has two sides, the blunt end and the piercing end. So obviously that means I can flip it around and do piercing damage.
Technically, yes,
Clean.
that's true.
Because I kind of no, because I don't think he'll bleed out. I have a strange feeling. I'm just gonna. What am I gonna do? I could just keep smacking this bit from the hand. Actually, can I roll
through.
to pull him inside?
Yeah, it'll be a contested grapple check against him.
Grapple, even if I'm not grappling, just to pull him in.
Yep. I mean, if you'd rather do a strength check against him.
I can't remember what his strength bonus was. I know I won last time around, but I don't know. I don't know why.
This man's using a great X. Context clues
Two.
would, yeah. Context clues would assume this man is ridiculous.
But
I don't know. You want that?
Why I tried to
won
weaken
last
him.
time.
You want to try a contested strength check?
No, I think I'll just keep smacking him from here.
Okay.
I think I have better odds.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's see what you got.
We don't go up to the Muay Thai guy and start elbowing him in the face.
We always elbow the guy, Muay Thai guy
That
in the
is
face.
a 21.
21. That just barely hits. Well, go ahead.
All right. We have... We have 12 bludgeoning
12 bludgeoning. Okay.
and 4 lightning.
4 lightning. As
A little
the...
tase.
Huh?
A little taser
Yeah,
action.
as you slam the hammer down again, you hear one, or either as you see on the other side, the face erupt again in a scream of pain. As the arm, kind of like this nasty sounding snap sound on the other side of the portal. As once again your hammer goes slamming into the thing, watching as the bones kind of become dust within the arm going slightly limp in your hand as you're holding it, Kez. But the creature seems to kind of still pull back. You feel a bit of strength still in it as he tries.
All right, I got another. Let's do it again. I am pulverizing this man's hand. If he ends up living, which hopefully he won't, this guy's not getting this back. Nat 20!
All right, roll to confirm.
Oh
Let's
my
see what you
God.
got.
All right, and no, not a
What'd you roll?
not a confirmation. 11.
With your mod?
Yeah.
That does not hit, sadly. So you just got a confirmed
Yeah.
hit. Okay.
Yep. And so that does not include the ×3, correct?
No.
Or
So
no, because it's not damage. It's just hit. All right.
yeah,
cool,
you're
cool,
just
cool.
guaranteed
Man,
a hit if you
only.
succeed the first time.
That would be
Man.
brutal.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
times 3 to hit.
Yeah, my hammer has a ×3 crit, which is very nice. But this is
Hey,
actually
guess
the
what?
first time I would have. But is he immune to crits?
No, but his great axes also have ×3.
Nice.
That's-
Yeah.
Man, this is the first time I think I've rolled a crit on attacking
All right,
in
let's
a
see.
very, very long time. All right.
Let's see what
That's
you can
important.
manage for some damage.
All right. At least I hit.
You
Let's
did.
see. We're going to start out with
What size
9
is this dude?
bludgeoning and 3 lightning.
Large.
Okay.
9 bludgeoning and 3 lightning. As you slam into him again, watching him on the other side, either as he screams once more, howling out and the damp from the damage. The Kez, as you slam into his arm, you watch as it makes an unnaturally jerking motion where the part of the arm goes down hard and almost trying to rip away. You watch as the hand almost starts to rip slightly, the skin beginning to tear. You can see portions of where bone is starting to stick out of that arm, and the jagged chunks it's been snapped into.
I have a question. Is he still maintaining a grip, or is it kind of just
His hand is still holding your forearm,
All right.
and it
I
is
just
locked.
wonder. I mean, I only imagine now it's just because it's like death gripped. Like there's
as
no
you-
feeling left, but it's still gripped on.
As you look down, you can see you've got marks on your arm, your forearm where this hand is holding you. It is tight, so yeah, that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, I can deal with that later. But that's my turn.
All right, Eider, you're up. As Kez finishes hammering into this individual's arm, what do you want to do?
Just gotta like give him like a sympathetic look and be like, "Oh, that looks like it really sucks. You should probably stop doing that." Anyway, let me kill your friends.
The 2 bloody bones standing to either side of you, looking at you with their ooze kind of dripping off of them with confusion.
Yep. They make a couple reflex saves.
Skeletons, notoriously good at reflex.
They have to be good at something, right?
It's not reflex.
It's not will either.
Actually, it is.
No, they both fail.
Yeah. No. I tried.
Oh shit! I forgot to do my knowledge devotion for the skeletons. 1 second. Grab that one real fast. 33. That is +4. Okay. God damn it.
Tried to use my fancy dice roller. The bot doesn't want to work for you.
No, it doesn't.
Holy
right.
shit.
33 to both of them. Also, daylight is pulsating from my gauntlet. Does that affect the guy who seems to be doing his best edgelord impersonation? As the daylight blasts into his face.
Give me a moment to do some quick maths. Alright. And no, the daylight does not seem to do anything to the individual. He looks unaffected and unbothered, though he is sweating quite profusely as he's staring at the arm that's being slammed into one after another. I will also note the 2 bloody bones are both still up.
Okay. Well, that confirms a couple things for me. I also imagine he doesn't take any damage from the thing because it's specifically against undead.
Correct.
Okay. All right, triple confirmation then. Yeah, I'll play it safe for the last bit and just whack at one of the skeletons.
All right. See what you got. That hits. Shockingly.
Yeah.
Skeletons, notorious for great armor. Yeah. Can't wait till you guys find a battlefield to go hunting in. 17 damage! As you slam into one of the skeletons, and smacking into it, you watch as the bones kind of begin to shatter, cracking apart and falling to the ground, turning into this gray like ooze as it just lays there, not moving.
I'm so happy I got Undead Bane.
Ida, is there anything else you'd like to do as you slam, killing the first of the bloody bones?
No, I could. I guess is there any like discerning features from the guy because I've got like the clearest view of him now that I've got like daylight just kind of removing any possibility of concealment of any kind.
Give me a spot check. See what catches your kind of attention about the individual first.
Makes sense. 24.
Okay. As you look at the individual, besides the large holy symbol on him, noticing one of the great axons on his back looks a lot gnarlier. And I know, it was 70 stock hair for those who don't know what that means. You look it up. But the blade looks like to be very sharpened, jagged, almost like it was crudely made, but you can see the refined design to it. You recognize what looks to be also some sort of this almost a similar mark to the holy sigil he seemed, or no, I guess the sigil he's carrying around his neck, of that bronze axe and the iron gray coin kind of put into it. The weapon seems to give a bit of a faint glow. Beyond that, his robes, as you look them up and down, seem to be acting almost as a natural armor, transforming and changing to take the blow and absorbing the as much of the hit as you can. It seems that it can. Beyond that, with the daylight, you do notice that there seems to be something about his eyes that seem to glimmer, and it kind of catches your attention. They don't seem there, almost as if the figure looks to have their eyes look to be looking at you, but they seem somewhat clouded as you look over them. Beyond that, nothing else kind of catches your attention on the individual. You do notice the other bloody bones look almost similar to one of the giant citizens that you had run into earlier that seemed to be diseased out to the wazoo, though much more decomposed, as only little bits of skin and flesh seem to still remain on the poor creature. And then the only thing I'm going to mention lastly is you do notice the bloody bones that you killed seems to be slightly moving on the ground in almost like a gelatinous form.
The shit. One of the things was the ooze disease, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I poke my head in and say, we might be fighting oozes in the very immediate future.
Wonderful.
Incredible.
That's my turn.
As Eider kind of sticks his head back out and stares at the creature warily. All right, Ned, in your 10 HP of glory, as Eider sticks his head back out, mentioning something about oozes, and then goes back to focusing in the arm of the individual, seemingly still in Kez's hand, being slammed at. What would you like to do?
I would count to
Suddenly-
a step away.
Yeah. Suddenly, standing near Dom sounds like a much better idea. So Ned is
15 feet
gonna
away.
step back a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna back up 15 feet. Okay, away from the doorway.
Me and a death grip still just.
Is there only one way other than the portal they're coming through?
Yeah,
There's only one other way that we could be attacked, right?
That's the only entrance, from what you can tell. It's just straight from that direction. There doesn't,
Okay.
to your knowledge, there doesn't seem to be any other way that you guys have found that seems to be an opening or anything like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just get back by Dom and yeah, hope that I'm safe.
Alright, you stand there, kind of walking over towards Dom, holding your chest. Ice kind of lightly, trying to push their face up against you and kind of lightly trying to constrict around the wound, trying to stop the bleeding. As you walk over next to Dom, blood still dripping down you.
Am I actively bleeding?
You are not taking bleeding damage. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I would have noted that. Otherwise, yeah. All right. As Ned, as you kind of come to a stop next to Dom, what would you like Ice to do?
I think I'm gonna have Ice go up and bite the arm again, or attempt to. It's gone
Alright.
really well the first 2 times.
As Ice will use their movement, kind of get right next to Kez, and then start trying to bite at the hand every chance Kez moves around with it. 15 does
15.
not hit, sadly.
Alright. 21.
21 hits.
Nice. Believe it is a D4. Yes. Are they poison immune?
They're not.
Okay, I need a
oh.
fortitude save.
Oh, you're gonna hate me.
I'm excited to hear that.
Oh my god! Wow. All right.
Yo.
There's that nat 1.
Oh.
And that one still succeeds.
Damn.
No,
No,
It
That
does
one
not.
auto
I was
fails.
gonna say
Oh.
not one
Auto
auto fails.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why we're all excited. Get his ass, Ice.
Oh well, that sucks. It only takes 1d6 initial con damage.
Okay. Ooh.
There is a secondary, so I imagine that's next round.
Mm-hmm.
It's a minute
Yes.
later.
It is 1 minute.
Oh, a
It's
minute later.
10 rounds later.
Oh,
Granted, if you bite him again,
1d6 is still good.
Whew.
And
Alright.
not a con. He's the
and then they have
spellcaster.
20
He's
foot
weak.
of movement, so
Mhm.
I will have him move 5 foot back after.
Okay. As Ice kind of pulls back, trying to avoid the arm in case the thing manages to figure out how to attack. Though Kez, who looks on pretty confidently, staring at the thing, that the arm is pretty damaged. Ice seems to swirl back towards you, kind of looking on, watching the battle. This guy is a spellcaster. I'm a pet. Yeah, you're not wrong. As Ice ends their turn, the first of the bloody bones is up. And they're going to try to smack Eider, because he smacked them, and they are very simple in their design. And because you killed the other one, god damn it.
nope.
Alright, because he's not moving. God damn it. I know
Nope.
I need to crit to hit you, so... as the claws seem to easily bounce off of your armor, watching them kind of almost get pushed in a little bit, taking away from their sharpness and denting the tips of the hands. The creature looks on at you with anger and irritation, or well, it would if it could show that kind of emotion as it ends its turn. All right, the end of the frost giant is up, and he is going to finally take Kez with him this time. Kez, come here. We're going to do a contested strength check.
Oh, sick. I don't think I'm gonna like this.
No.
Oh,
Contested strength.
That's a 24.
So strength and not like grapple, right?
Correct. He is just pulling you a square forward with him to take his arm back.
Mm. But I had to roll a grapple to do the other way? Damn.
Oh no, I made you roll a strength check at the end. That's what we agreed on. So yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I ended up doing it anyway.
There you go. So there you go.
All right, so.
I mean, if you'd rather grapple, I got a plus 23 to grapple. I'm more than happy to use that instead. Okay.
I'm definitely cool because that is a 15.
Kez, you feel yourself yanked through the portal, and you stand in front of this figure as he looks down at you, glowering, his bronze eyes fiery with hatred, though somewhat grayed over in the center as he looks down at you. You feel almost an immediate worry. Are you immune to fear?
I don't believe I am.
Perfect. Ida, are you immune to fear?
no.
Perfect. Give me both will saves.
Good thing I'm good at
We're
will
all
save.
scared here.
I am assuming it's supernatural.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a 19 to save.
You barely succeed.
That is fumbling for my character sheet to find it. Save.
Hey, I gotta
That
put away
isn't
the Minecraft first.
That is an 18.
Ida, I'm sorry.
Oh, this is annoying.
As he roars out in anger, his the symbol on his chest beginning to glow as the axe seems to burn brighter. Almost immediately, Ida, you see your greatest fear. The idea of one of your weapons being used wrong. As someone takes a fork that you made and begins to use it for trying to move rocks. It makes no sense, and the irritation begins to drive you nuts as you watch the inefficiency and ineffectiveness of the individual as they continue to blame the smith rather than figure out the very easy process as they have all the equipment to the side of them.
I sense Utham's pain several hundred feet away.
But you are now under the fear effect, and you cannot get closer to the individual. Well, without a successful save.
Is it shaken or frightened? Because they're very different in 3.5.
This is frightened in this case. No, I don't know.
I gotta leave.
Yep. Alright. With that, that is his effect and his move or his pull, that will end his turn. And because it's now in the initiative as the last member of the initiative, thanks to Eider, I've got good news for you. This little gray ooze is ready to take you on. Not 12d20, there we go. There, as it's going to try and still fail to do that, god damn it, every time. I assume an 11 and a 15 do not hit.
Nope.
Alright, let me double check something. Nope. Okay, so it has to succeed for that. I figured as much. As the creature's ooze-like tendrils go towards your feet, kind of catching your attention as you begin to dance, moving out of the way of the creature. The ooze seems almost to slightly follow after you and stick close to you as it ends its turn. The fun of an ooze. Alright, back up to the top of the initiative. Dom, you are up.
So I just watched Kez get
Yanked through the portal, yep, and
Yoinked
vanished.
through the
Come on,
portal.
join the party.
Our party healer to whatever remains unknown. I'm gonna check items real quick. See if there's anything I could do that's not gonna risk my party members' lives.
Don't worry about that.
The thing is, so he was able to attack through the portal. Would I be able to also attack through the portal? Does me not be able to see prove issues? Or would I have to poke my head through as well?
You'd have to poke your head through if you want to see it, otherwise you get a negative for not being able to see your enemy.
I don't want to be the only person out here.
You're about to be the only person.
Is it a move action to poke my head in and out? Can I do that?
Yeah,
Or do I have to commit?
You'll have to step forward up to it, but theoretically you can do that with your 5-foot movement.
Yeah. Well, if I was 15 feet away and I did a 5-foot movement, would
No, I'm talking
that get
about.
me close enough to?
No.
Okay.
No. You'd have to move up
I
15
was
feet,
gonna
and
say.
what I'm saying is that every attack you can move 5 feet as a free action because it's part of the attack. So you can move up 1 square basically if you wish. So you can step in and out of the portal as basically almost if you're attacking him.
Okay. So I look back at Ned, who's like injured in the area that's safe, and I will just be like, stay. And then I will walk 15 feet forward, so I think 15 feet away, so I'm in front of the portal, and then I will do the 5-foot step, peek my head in, and now that I
You
can
could.
see,
Here, let me
going
check
to do
one sec,
my
Dom.
oh
Let me check
okay.
something.
I mean, if not, I have extra movement. I can use actual movement because I'm already moving this turn.
Oh, I don't want you to do an equation. I want you to pull. Alright. Give me a second, because I can't remember what the movement rule was, so I'm going to pull it up real quick. Because I didn't used to run this back in the day, so this is something more that Grumpy insisted to bring back into. Okay. Wait, what? No, I did not. That was not me saying, please explain it to me. That was me saying, hey, I need to reread that. Appreciate it. Give me a second, though. Or you can... Okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, so for reference, yeah, that is correct. My apologies. I don't personally run. I don't agree with that mentality. If you're going to use your movement and you're going to take a 5-foot step forward, that's the same as taking a strike. That'd be the same as stepping into into a swing at someone like a boxer. So I disagree with that idea that you wouldn't be able to do it after a movement.
Okay. I don't particularly care. It's just like clarifying it.
No, yeah, fair enough. I appreciate that. Yeah, go ahead, Dom. Yeah, no worries. We got that. You're
just
good.
waiting on that. Cool. So I'll poke my head in, and I will flurry of blows and try to do two just like real quick strikes to this man's torso.
All right, let's see what you got.
So first roll, 16 to hit. Probably doesn't
Does not hit, sadly.
Negative. Oh my gosh. Okay. Second attack. Worse. Does not hit.
As you poke your head through, trying to take 2 swings left and right, the creature, seemingly seeing the hands come out, manages to easily kind of pull and shove Kez around, avoiding the hits with his.
Kez, I need you out of the way to do something, please. And I'm gonna step back out of the portal.
And flank his ass!
Kez shouts this out to no one as Dom's head pops back in and the sound disappears.
I look at Ned.
We're grappling each other.
Does not look good in there.
Eider, who's like slightly, you can see the Eider slightly shaking in his armor as he's staring at the creature. All right, Dom, you're gonna put your head back into the portal and stay on the other side for the time being.
Yeah, I'm on the side that. I mean, I'm still on the other side, so if he like reaches through, I'm probably still at risk. But yeah, I'm like through the portal. I'm not like keeping my head stuck out or anything.
Okay, wanted to make sure. All right, as you finish your turn, Kez, you see as the arms and hands go back inside, vanishing. As you kind of shout out in annoyance, as you look on the arm, still death gripping, like nails slightly starting to dig into your forearm. You're getting tired of being held at this point.
Oh, you should move. I can't fucking move.
Kez says under his breath while Eider's staring at this whole situation.
Hey, brother, do you mind if we like rotate 180? No, I'm joking.
Are you turning and saying that to Eider, who's looking on like pale as a ghost right now?
No, I'm talking to the guy that I'm grasping with. Oh. Do you want to turn 180? Like, well, I'll switch spaces with you. Yeah.
That does not work out in your favor.
No, you don't want to be pushed into the room and away from your compatriots.
Yeah, but then Dom could come in and strike him at his back.
That's assuming this is his entire party.
God, I fucking hope so. I don't want to be out here alone!
You're not. You have Ida in the doorway watching in
Yeah.
fear.
Ider's running away.
I legally have to. Like,
Strategic retreat.
frightened, you have to run
Oh
away from the
shit!
thing
Yeah,
you're
I
afraid of.
forgot. Ider has to leave the room. Oh fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Kez, what are you feeling as you're held by this? What you realize is a frost giant towering over you, about 25 feet tall, looking down with anger in his eyes.
He has a thing on his stomach, right?
No, he has a sigil on his around his neck, or he has a holy symbol around his neck that has a bronze axe on an iron gray
When
coin.
he was doing his fear thing, well, you said something glowed?
Oh yeah, his eyes glowed. Mm-hmm.
His eyes glowed.
Yes.
Yeah, he
That's
just has
what-
spooky ghost eyes.
Yeah, that's why Ider confirmed that this was a supernatural ability.
Damn.
Also, because I can't. It means that I couldn't just be straight up immune to it.
Yeah, because I was thinking about using like a dispel magic on this guy, seeing if that could work. But I think his supernatural wouldn't really work, right?
Correct.
Might spell magic on his axe or something.
It
Actually,
does suppress it for 1d4 rounds, but that's only if you beat the caster level check. And caster levels for items
his
are pretty high.
weapons are probably crazy.
that weapon was strong.
I will say that's his great axe
Hey,
does
if
not
you-
look like it's it's
If there's
a masterpiece
portal,
from
you
your.
could-
Oh.
So if you get through the portal, his other axe is on the ground. You could start wielding it against him. I don't
Well,
have the strength for it.
I from what Royce just told me, I think the axe is not special. Is that he's just strong as fuck.
No. Well,
That axe wasn't special. I described the
that-
special axe to Ider.
Yeah, but I also
Yeah,
don't want to use.
He
it.
hasn't pulled the special axe yet, which should really scare you that he is taking this kind of damage and isn't thinking this is enough to pull out his what you probably assume is his trump card.
I mean, he is pretty strong without it. I guess I'll just I'll keep smacking him for now. I can't think of a spell that I want to use right now.
All right.
And since I attacked last turn, Lev, that means I don't have Sanctuary on me, correct?
Oh, it was only for 1 round anyway. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Never mind.
So that one time I tried to hit you and then it screwed me. Yep.
Yep. Well, I'm just. Oh, and the undead are just surrounding this guy, right? So I'm like flanked all 3 sides.
No, you are not flanked. The one bloody bones is over next to Ider, and the gray ooze is also next to Ider. So they're about 10 feet to your right.
Oh, this is a big fucking door then, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool.
To be fair, the hallway is also massive that you guys were in. So
Fair enough. All right, I guess I'm gonna just keep trying to strike this guy to get him fucking off me. I don't want to be gripped anymore. All right. First one is a 10 to hit,
that does not.
and the next one is a 14 to hit.
Annoyed as you are as you go to swing, now that he can see it, he seems to grab you, take your arm, and almost like pull you up off the ground slightly, and
My God,
moving
with
you
his
around to
damage-
pull. Yes. Seemingly
Dear God.
lifting you off the ground as you try to swing at his arm, putting you back down and almost in a light slam, trying to avoid the hammer as it comes swinging around.
Hey, you need to stop that, sir. It's not nice.
He says in Infernal. Do you speak Infernal, Kez?
Absolutely not. I only speak Celestial.
Ider, do you speak Infernal?
I don't even speak a celestial language,
Okay.
actually, come to think of it.
Give me an intelligence check, Kez.
Yay, I'm not good at those.
I know.
My plus 0
We
shall
know.
shall set me free. It's a 5.
Yeah, Kez, you don't catch anything of what he says as he seems to be saying. The only thing that you manage to catch is it seems to be mean and full of very angry words. It's the same spit it at your face as you get a little spittle on your above your brow.
That's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not listening.
All right, Kez, as you swing twice, missing Ider.
As I stay in Celestial, just
Yeah.
to put on his ass.
Ider, you're up.
Well, I can only really take 1 action.
That's true.
So
Grab
start
the
rolling
O's and
your-
run. Yeah.
Well, started rolling your attacks of opportunity because I kind of have to.
The ooze cannot take an attack opportunity due to how it was created. And I can't hit you with the bloody bones, but I will still roll for the nat 20. Let's just see. Nope, okay. It's a nat 1. Fuck me. Why not? Nope, okay, well there's the all reverse. Fucking why not? He gracefully recovers as he swings wide and like seems to spin
makes
around.
No,
He
I can
strikes a
almost see
sexy
it.
pose after.
Oh.
I can almost imagine he swings, it goes low, he's about to fall over, but he does a front flip.
Yeah, just for style.
Yeah.
Fucking
Starts
T-Bow
busting
poses.
down.
Kill him! Ooh, kill him!
And then unfortunately, I hate to remind you of this, but you have to roll for the Frost Giant because he's not technically grappled, so he does still threaten his area.
Oh yeah, I forgot you are within range. My apologies.
Yep.
The good news is he still only has his normal great axe. That's a 20.
Better news, he still doesn't hit.
I still can't hit for sure. As the axe goes wide, as you manage to pull back quick enough.
Like duck behind the portal, just kind of like catch my breath, look around like wild-eyed, mostly just try and center myself. There's not a whole lot of things I can do at the moment, to be completely honest, because I can't poke my head through the portal to do anything. So, yeah.
Cheer Kez on.
Yeah, just poke Kez with another sanctuary.
What's your distance on Sanctuary?
Well, I could do it once I was running past.
I was gonna say, and you have to see him for that. You have to be able to touch him, which you would have to move towards the subject of your fear to do so.
I can't. If he's in sight, then I have to like leave where I can see him, basically. Which the portal's running to my advantage. I can swap out though and do the AOE version of Sanctuary, and it just automatically affect him though. And it only affects allies. So
Would it affect since you're in a different dimension, though?
Yeah, you are in a different dimension.
Go to the door?
well, I can poke my arm through.
And then do an AoE? I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You will spring another attack of opportunity because you're shoving your arm back through, basically towards the skeleton and the ooze. Well, the ooze can't do anything, but the skeleton can.
Unless they have combat reflexes, they only get the one attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You are correct. They are using their attack of opportunity. Ignore me. I forgot about that. So never mind. You are correct. You can do this without concern, because that was my thinking. Is the only issue. Yep. Since you can't see him, technically, if you shove your hand through, as long as you have a 5-foot reach, you can technically touch Kez and still cast Sanctuary on him.
All right. So I guess that's the thing. Since I can't do it, he's just gonna boot through Sanctuary while I just club this man.
Yep. I just kind of like grip my teeth and like kind of like wince and like put my hand through. It's like
I can just imagine he's like Scooby Doo right now. Just
As you feel the Master Roshi slap on your back, suddenly the red handprint really snapping you into focus as you realize you are now alone, Kez, looking to either side of you.
just a pat on the back. Good luck, Chief.
hey, it's a very good luck. All right.
Hey,
As you
know,
feel the
I'm
sanctuary
there.
kind of encompass you.
To be fair, there's very little I could protect you more than a DC 30 will save to not be able to attack you.
Oh yeah, no, this was pretty freaking fantastic. I just wish the other two would come in and help.
Right?
I'm
All
waiting
right.
to,
I disagree. I don't want Ned
plan.
anywhere near.
Yeah,
Axe.
Ned cannot go through.
As Eider finishes his turn, I assume? Or is there anything else you want to do, Eider? Alright. Ned, you're up, speaking of which.
Oh wait, no, sorry. There's one tiny thing. Just like motion to Dom. He's like, he's got a really scary axe on his back. If you're inclined to pickpocketing, maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, is that the priority in this fight right now? To take the axe. Do you think that's giving him strength?
It will when he hits us with it.
Yeah, if Kez can get away from him, I could poison him and weaken him that way. But while Kez is there, I can't do that without killing Kez.
Just take the axe.
Yeah,
Just bully
he's
him and
still
take the
going
axe.
to be dangerous.
He's a guy with axes.
We can't
That is
hear
his
you.
thing. He's not a mage. He has axes. His power is
DM.
axe.
Yeah, go ahead, Ned.
Dom and Eider are both standing at the portal, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might.
So
be
I couldn't
blocking
go
your view.
through even if I wanted to, right?
No, it's about a 25-foot wide doorway.
You can
Oh,
move through us.
Yeah.
damn.
Through our
For
space.
to note, this entire hallway is about 40 feet wide and about 50 feet tall. Like it is a massive hallway that you're in now. The building on the other side is is also somewhat tall, so there's a decent amount of room to wiggle around.
You can also just straight up move through ally squares, barring like logical bits that don't make sense, like 2 foot hallway.
Basically, you can move through them as long as you don't stop on them. Is the basic idea, because you can't be in the same square as one of them at the end of it.
I see.
So, otherwise they get contested. I think it's strength checks to see who maintains. Otherwise, the one person gets knocked prone and pushed away.
Yeah, you just get shot out of the area.
Yeah. So, fun. Yeah. But Ned, as you look on, you see Eider and Dom kind of standing side by side at the portal. Eider pulling his hand back through it, and the two of them kind of having a bit of an aggressive discussion as they seem to slightly argue about what to do next, while Kez screams unknowingly on the other side for help.
I
in the
just
back.
love the idea of the scene side by side with like a frame cut of the portal in the middle, and one side's just us arguing, and the other is Kez screaming for help.
Both help and glory.
If Kez were to get out of the way while Kez is being death gripped.
Hey, Dom wasn't paying too close
Oh.
attention when he stuck
You
his head
saw
in the
me!
mud.
Yep.
It was like 2
As you
seconds.
two want to start arguing, take it to the chat for a moment. Ned, what are you thinking?
I'm currently doing something.
Okay.
I have to slightly alter that sheet real fast.
Oh. It's happening.
Turn into a trash panda.
Is Ned finally wild shaping for the first time in the entire
He
campaign?
is, and I actually am not going to be something hilarious for the first time, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
This is big. This is huge.
I'm happy because Kez needs some help. What are you thinking?
that was the other one. I have to.
Remember, you can set the like change and con stuff like that in the temporary option.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It actually all benefits me, which is pretty cool.
Nice. It also gives you a massive HP pool to get smacked around.
I was gonna say it's gonna give me a higher HP boost too.
Well, because
You don't change your
no.
HP for wild shape in 2.5.
I thought you did. I thought you just assumed the HP of the creature, and then when that creature got knocked down, or when you lost the HP for that creature, you went back to whatever health you were at before you transformed.
No, it doesn't do anything to your actual total HP. You heal once as if you had gotten a full night of rest, but you don't change either your max or your current HP other than that, regardless of what your new con total is. That was a rule that I had been getting wrong for a little while there.
New forms of the ability functions as an alternate form, special ability, except noted here the effect lasts for 1 hour. I'm just checking for you real quick. Any gear worn? Yep, makes sense. The form chosen must be the animal.
It says retains hit points and save bonuses, although save modifiers may change.
Gotcha. Okay, that
You
makes
do
sense.
heal a full night's rest, though.
Yeah, yep, I go back to full HP.
Oh no, it's the new form's hit die can't exceed. Okay,
Well, it's as if you had gotten a full night's rest. Well,
I'm
I
not
guess 'cause we
talking
do-
about that at all either. I was talking about. I was reading something else where I was catching. I just see where I made the mistake.
No, I was talking about Ned doing
Oh.
the full heal, because that is like a weird thing, because I know we technically don't do like the heal over time rules, but like the base rule is like a level or 1 HP per level. So if you want full wild shape to be a full heal, then go for it. But that probably need to make the decision right now-ish.
I don't see what you're saying.
Because isn't Wild Shape's a whole different health pool, right?
That was
It is
mine.
engine 3.5.
Yeah, it says each time you use wild shape, you gain lost hit points as if you rested for a night.
Does it say long rest or does it say short rest? Because that is very
It
specific.
just says as if you had rested.
It said rested for a night, right? So I'd assume maybe like
Yeah.
sleeping 8 hours.
Well,
Yeah,
long rest is is max HP. You go back to max. So
It's not in 3.5 is the
Well,
reason.
no,
I
but that's
brought it.
that's my table rule.
Whole night's
Okay.
rest, 8 hours of sleep or more
Yeah. So
would be.
Okay, so
So-
wild shape just full heals you.
yep, that would be a long rest. That would be considered if that's a long. If it is equivalent to a long rest, it will be max HP. Yeah, you'll be fully healed. Of course, unless you have like magical effects or something on you preventing your HP to return. But yes. All right. What are you turning into, Ned?
So, yeah, all of a sudden, while Eider and Dom are standing there arguing, they just see a Wolverine go running between them through the portal.
As you yell for help, Kez, out comes a Wolverine.
As long as Ned doesn't go inside.
As you look back looking for Ned, Ice just kind of standing there clueless, looking about. The Wolverine rushing through. As you run through, are you coming onto the are you coming to the right or left of Kez? And it is very specific. Eider was on his right when he was through the portal and came back, and so just kind of noting that.
Left side.
Left side, okay. As you come out on the left side, kind of coming to the left of Dom and going out, you manage to thankfully avoid, as you look over to the far right, the ooze and the bloody bone skeleton that are starting to turn towards Kez. The large, giant still battling it out with Kez as you look over. They seem to be standing, Kez and the giant are standing about 10 feet from you as you kind of come out of the portal on the left side looking over.
You said they're 10 feet from me.
Correct. So you've already moved up 15 feet. I'll put you at 25 in total.
I'll move up by Kez.
Okay.
And so then do I just get is it attack or full attack?
Because you moved up, you'll only get an attack. A full attack would mean you didn't use movement. Yeah.
I see.
Mm-hmm. This little angry Wolverine pouncing in the air.
So yeah, exactly. Ned's gonna jump up and slash at this guy.
Yeah, slash at the arm that Kez is holding onto, trying to help him get rid of it as he's trying desperately to swing at it. There's a hell of a Wolverine. The last thing you see on your hiking trip.
Never done this before.
No worries.
Do I add anything to the attack?
No. So
they're normally a +4 melee. I didn't know if strength modifier or anything changed that.
Nope, you're using their same attack abilities, I believe.
Use their stats, but your base attack bonus.
Yeah, so you to hit. Yep. So if you have a +20 to hit, you do a 20 instead of the +4 from the Wolverine, because you're basing it on your skill. Since your stats don't change, that's the idea. So why you still use your base attack?
Oh no, your stats still change. You assume the stats of the creature.
Do you?
Yeah,
That's not what I'm seeing.
So with the shape change, you take the strength, dex, and con, but not the intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
So then it would be my base attack and then
The strength.
the strength. Okay, so total +5. Only a 10.
10 to hit. 10 does not hit as you slash up at the creature. The giant moving Kez into the blow and slamming him over towards you and moving him back as he does. Alright, as Ned kind of comes down to the ground after pouncing up, looking up at the giant with anger, the sounds of the Wolverine panting and I think they hiss is what they do. Growl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
A
kind
weird
of like weasels. I don't know. I have a feeling they go like a type of sound. I can't.
No, they
Oh.
have this bark growl sound.
They sound like a
do.
demon.
That's weird. Yeah.
Never met a Wolverine myself, but as Ned stares up angrily, Ned, as you end your turn, or is there anything else you'd like to do? Good.
As you can only barely tell that it's me because for some reason the fur has a slight green tinge.
Yeah, I was
to
about
it.
to say, I hope this Wolverine just has a slight bits of moss stuck in its coat or something.
Oh god. All right, Ned. With that, what do you want Ice to do? Being 15 feet still behind the door and in the port or on the other side of the dimension portal.
Ice is gonna follow me in and try to bite that MFer again.
All right. With Ice, that'll give Ice flanking on top of with you on there. So keep that in mind. So you get a
Sweet.
+2.
Viper snake. Damn it, an 11.
As Ice comes slithering out of the portal and kind of slithering up next to it, trying to bite onto the creature's leg. He pulls away just in time as Ice goes to snap at it, and trying to kick at Kaz as Kaz nimbly dodges away from the creature.
Snakes? Why does it have to be snakes?
Alright, as Ice moved up 20-ish, 20 feet, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that is it.
Perfect. Well, the Bloody Bones on the right is going to go after its nearest target as it can't go through the door. So it's going to turn and going to smack Kez in the back twice. Oh, sorry, 4 times because I get 2 attacks. Yeah, sorry. Don't worry, it's only a +2. Oh, well, I have to, one of these times I'll remember to put the RR there. 17, 7, 22, that's a nat, and 14. Let me roll to confirm. No, okay. Well, I assume, sorry, does a 7 hit you?
Actually, technically, I guess besides the crit, they all miss.
Okay. Alright. As all the blows kind of bounce off the claws, kind of smacking against the back of your armor as you feel
hold
them.
on. Don't I still have Sanctuary?
You do.
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Roll the DC 30.
Does that count for the whole round? It does.
Because I think it ends on his next turn, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna deal with that, don't worry. That is an 18 for a failure, I believe, unless I crit succeed, so...
I don't know if it...
I have to get a 30 to beat Eider's spell DC, so it won't matter. As the creature's hands will kind of bounce off, hitting the invisible shield. As it ends its turn. The cultist-looking individual saying this is going to roll his his ability real quick to see if he recognizes. Alright. Ooh. Okay, he is going to pull his other great axe from his back, which will take an action. And he is going to then swing hard down on the Wolverine, saying that Kez can't be hit. His weapon beginning to glow as he begins to increase slightly in size. His muzzles beginning to bulge, the veins beginning to pop out, and he looks as if he is getting stronger and growing larger. Nope. And
You said he pulled out the axe?
Yep.
Oh boy.
And that'll be +20 now. Oh. I hate this goddamn command thing. That is for the Wolverine, 32 and 23 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Good news is, I did not crit, even though I have an increased crit range here for this one other weapon I was really hoping for. 2. There we go. Don't worry, it still does the same amount of damage. You take 22 points of piercing and slashing. That is considered magical, and 25 piercing and slashing. That is considered unholy.
It's like negative energy?
Yep. In case, I know it doesn't really matter to Ned's setup, but just in case. Ned, as the blade slashes into your back, as the creature seems to, the giant glares down at you, he looks around or looks back up at Kez, and in Celestial speaks back, "Your friends will die because of you."
Smoke ass, eat grass. Fuck you!
And he ends his turn. Are you okay over there, Ned? Are you still doing all right with the 47 damage?
3 HP.
Damn!
Yeah.
As the Wolverine looks up, angrier as blood seeps down, it starts foaming
Actually,
at the mouth. Oh,
At the start of my next round, it says I will go into a rage because I took damage.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
yep. The ooze is up as the Wolverine starts to foam and twitch, angrily growling up at the creature and nipping at its feet
He's
as it
going
does.
rampage.
The ooze is going to turn, move the 5 feet, and try to take an attack on Kez. Don't worry, Kez. That's an 18 to hit.
Does not hit.
Oh, I'm sad. The creature, as it smacks against the back of your leg, you feel a light flapping, and as you look down, you see a gray ooze that seems to be having some bones inside it moving about.
Go away.
Yeah, shake your leg at it.
Gross.
Back up to the top of the initiative before Dom's turn. The effect finally takes effect. I need a will save from Ice, Ned, and Kez.
Guys, what's happening in there?
I got a 21.
12.
Ned, you are in a rage. Kez, you're fine. I know, shocking.
Oh, double rage.
Yeah, you are turned into a rage. However, it is considered a blind rage. You will attack immediately any creature that attacks you. So whoever attacks you last is going to be your target.
The other rage is the berserk rage. So.
Yep. Oh God. Well. Oh no. And then for Ice as well.
Oh, yep.
Oh no! Ice in a rage.
Kez succeeding his.
Do
I've got
Will?
a calm mind.
You do as you kind of breathe. Let's see what Ice can pull.
You... 3.
Man,
Not one.
Ice immediately put into the same rage as Ned, attacking the last creature to attack it no matter what. You are both driven to continuously attack. You will get a will save at the end of each of your turns. So keep that in mind.
So they're stuck there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and that is if you so choose. You do not have to choose to take the save. If you would like to stay enraged, it's fully on you. But at the top of the initiative, Dom, you are up as something starts glowing on the other side of the portal that you can't see, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I guess I stick my head in to disarm the axe and see that the man is now wielding the axe.
As you look out, you see the unholy sigil on it glowing and the almost natural evil aura coming off of it.
So what is he like pretty surrounded on all sides? Because what he's got Kez, he's got
Kez in
Ned
front of
in
him. He's
front.
got Ned slightly to the right of the left of Kez in this case, the right of the individual, and then he's got Ice
Very
a little
bloody
bit
and
more left.
foaming at the mouth.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then he's got Ice, then again on left. So basically, his 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock are all basically filled with the three
Okay,
of them.
but he is within the like 15-foot reach.
He
so
is
I can't
within
disarm.
He is within 15 feet of the portal. Yeah, still he does have a Kez
Okay.
between you and him, but yeah, beyond that, that's it.
I'm taller than Kez. I can just reach overhead.
Yep.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm trying to double check. Shut up, Google. I'm trying to double check. I would provoke and tap opportunity, I believe, because I think he sees me, unless him
Cannot.
grappling Kez would.
He cannot currently see you on the other side of the portal.
Oh, even with me sticking my head in?
If you are sticking your head through, yes, he can see you.
Well, I mean,
That's what I
also
mean.
my
I'd have
back's
to
to you
stick my
anyway.
head in
Yeah.
to disarm him.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be able to see you from what you can tell.
Okay. Okay. Let me double check something else real quick before I get my shit kicked in.
Kez, no, don't worry. I think Kez gets that in the background. Ned really gets that. Putting the bleeding Wolverine really shows that. The party getting a taste of what would happen if Eider's not there for the fight.
Okay, I don't think the wording of that makes me think I can't apply that, which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, so he's got that. That's a problem. The issue is I need to double check because he does the attack and then we do opposed rolls. and then he uses the modifier of that weapon. I don't know if I can beat that, guys. I'm gonna be straight up out of character. I don't know if I can get this out of his hands.
His modifier's
Unless
a
I,
plus 20 right now from what you just saw.
yeah, I can't do that unless he that one.
I mean,
So
his attack mod, is it like he just rolls an attack for it?
it's basically he gets his attack opportunity. We see if that kills me, and then if it doesn't, we make opposed attack rolls with our respective weapon bonuses. So I would get my unarmed strike. If he gets two-handed, he gets a +4. I'm huge, I get a +8. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not gonna unless he really rolls in that one. I don't know if I can beat him with modifiers alone. He's gonna have like a +24.
Correct.
So I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking there's one, two things do here, as I could try to hit him and weaken him some, since I can't poison him, or I can attempt to grapple you out of his grapple and pull you through the portal.
To
But
make
that
clear,
would leave Ned there.
Kez is
He's
not
raging.
grappled currently. Kez is not
Kez
grappled at
isn't?
all. Kez is grabbed. He is not grappled. There has been no grapple implemented throughout any of this strength content. It is literally just the two grabbing each other's arms and holding that. If one of them lets go, that will kind of implement the grapple check at that point.
So I guess I could try to grab, but my strength's not the best. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm double checking my inventory to see if I have a hidden trump card that doesn't kill all of us with it. I don't think that's the case.
Ider's trying to give help from the chat as in the background, or at least
No, yeah,
recommendations.
I'm already aware we're probably stuck in this fight, so retreating is not really an option. Okay,
We also literally don't
remind
have
me.
anywhere to go.
Yeah, we don't really have anywhere to go. So, well, let me double check to remind me. To drink a potion is a standard action, correct?
Yeah.
Or...
Yep.
Okay, so that would...
Unless
I
you've
could
got
do
like
that,
on
but
a
that would fuck up.
bandolier or a belt loop specifically, that'd be the only point. But most adventurers are keeping it in bags of holding or something of the sort so that they don't break.
Yeah, exactly. So that I could do that, but that might fuck up my attack attempts. Okay, I'm going to stick my head into the portal, my 5-foot step. I don't think I can disarm him. I think Dom eyes this guy up and just acknowledges this isn't gonna happen. So I'm gonna do 2 sets of flurry of blows, and I'm gonna try to see if I can debuff this guy with my abilities. And if I can't, we'll go from there.
All right. I mean, he's
But
already
I
down one
genuinely
con
do...
point.
Yeah, he's down a con. If I can get him down some strength and then potentially nauseate him or something, we might be able to talk then. So first of the flurry of blows would be a 17. I think that
Does
misses.
not hit. Yeah, goes wide.
Second of the first is even less. That misses. Jesus Christ. That's just a 2 on the die, so that for sure misses. And then I guess my last attack. Oh my gosh.
It's the adamantine bone dragon all over again.
Okay. Wait a second. 21.
21? You hit! Good news!
Guys, this is a big moment. Guys, this is huge.
One swing goes after another around Kez's head as you're trying to carefully not hit Kez. Finally just getting irritated with it, you just go to swing as Kez just barely manages to dodge out of the way as the fist goes flying. Let's see what you got.
I need to double check the wording on something real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think... Dude... It just says declare... But I'm assuming I can't stack them on one attack, so... In that case, I'm going to do the weakening arm. Just because I know that for sure can hopefully do something. So let me get my damage rolls in. Damage time, guys. It's been a while. Welcome. I've got an upgraded unarmed strike die, though, so on the plus side, I will be doing more damage than I would have prior to this incredible transformation. Brought to you by our bro, the Dark King. Shout out. shout out to the Dark King.
It's true.
So that's just the fist. I need to do the gauntlets. If I can find more d6s, I'm in such short supply, guys.
I feel that
Truly,
pain.
truly a problem. Actually, let me check. I don't think I get a sneak attack to this, right? Because he's not like being denied an AC. The dex. Yeah, no. And I'm
You would if
not
you were
flanking
flanking, but
him.
yeah.
Nope, not this
Yeah.
situation. Yep.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't flanking already. There's that, and then I need another d6, guys. Surprise. Okay, so current damage. Unarmed strike by just my magical unarm is going to be 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Plus I'm going to be doing 5 alchemical acid
Okay.
on top of that. And then the strength damage I'm rolling right now is 5 points of strength damage.
His strength is unaffected as his body continues to
Fucker.
pulse.
Fucker, they never work. It's never worked once. I should have gone with Soul Warp Strike. Okay, well, I don't think
Turns
my
out,
5 foot
yeah, good.
movement lets me move back, so I think my head
Nope.
is stuck out of the portal unless I'm incorrect.
Yes, unless you have movement you can use, which I believe
No.
you've done. No, then yep, you're stuck there. However, there is
So
thankfully a
I
Kez
reach
between you.
through, and I do punch him, and then Dom sees that once again we have an enemy that is unaffected by my strength, and just looks at Kez, and I'm just like, I don't know what you want me. Is that a fucking Wolverine? And that'll be my
Nice big axe gash in the top of its head. It's bleeding profusely. All right. I will say, to Dom's note, this creature seemed only, or while you don't know this in-game, Ned managed to weaken its con, so kind of keeping that in mind, it could be that this creature
Yeah,
just have
I
a strength,
can't-
refusal to lose
character?
strength.
I can do that. It's a poison that risks hitting Kez and Ned.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. They're more at risk of falling for it than the enemy, so I really
What's
just don't want to fuck the
what's
party up.
save?
For my con one, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's at least a 20 minimum, because that's why I think it would work on the enemy. It's a minimum of 20, probably higher.
What's this like? Con
Fortitude.
It's always going to be fortitude, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a +10 to my fortitude saves. I don't know about Ned though.
You feeling lucky?
Let me rephrase that. It's not always fortitude. It's always one of the 3 saves.
Yeah.
So, it's up to you, but guys, as Dom kind of contemplates, head still sticking out, hands at the ready behind you, you are up. What would you like to do?
Okay, so me and this guy, we're grappled but not grappled.
Correct. You are just holding each other's forearms and basically kind of holding on at this point to each other.
All right, and I believe you said if one of us lets go, then it's
That
going
would-
to initiate a grapple.
If they decide to hold you, yeah. Or if you decide to hold them. You could let go, and they may let go.
Because I know, like, his crushed hand has, like, a death grip on me, so I don't
Yup.
know.
He's also able to lift you up from the broken arm.
Yeah, which is I mean, just rigor mortis straight and immediately into the hand. Because I'm trying to think if I want to use a spell since we're like touching each other.
Mm-hmm.
The Baylor Nimbus. Because I know it's like, if a creature is grappling you, because it's like, if the creature's touching you, so it burns. So I don't know if it would work in this situation. Because
You are touching. Yeah, you are touching. You can count it as a touch attack.
Sick. That's all I needed to hear.
And you are still flanking, so if that.
Baylor Nimbus is essentially if it touches me, it takes damage.
Ah, I see that. You don't harm the equipment.
Because that was the big question. Because it's like I'm grappled, but we're also not grappled at the same time. So I don't know if we want to.
Yes, as long as he's holding on to you, yeah, it is still. I would still count it as the concept of in this spell of a grapple.
The damage. All right, I will cast Baylor Nimbus upon myself.
There's no save. Oh fuck, it's gonna
No.
hurt.
And that is 6d6 fire damage.
Yep. No, I know.
Let me pull out. Oh, man, I gotta use all my freaking D6s for this bad boy. Alright, there's the other one.
And he's a frost giant, so hopefully it hurts.
Hopefully it hurts. Hopefully this bad boy gets more fire damage. That's what I'm banking on.
Let's see what you got.
19 fire damage.
19 fire damage. Give me a second.
I got 3 3s, 2 4s, and a 2.
As the flame kind of almost erupts from your hands, surrounding him and kind of casting him into a darkened shadow as it almost circles around, completely clouding the figure in the flame. For a moment, you see it just glows brightly, igniting all around the creature as it screams and wails in pain. But as the fire falls out, the creature kind of coughs, a few bits of smoke coming off of it, and it glares at you.
Royce. Duration is a round per level.
Oh, good. So this will happen at the beginning of, or at the end of each turn? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no. Oh, it's at your turn. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my turn.
Okay, good. Alright. As you let this spell off, letting the clouds, let the fire go, what else would you like to do, Kez, as you haven't moved?
Since I'm not moving, as I am ignited in flames, I'm gonna hit this guy with my hammer.
Alright, let's see what you got.
One away from a crit and 26 to hit.
What's your weapon? It's a hammer? A warhammer?
Yeah.
Warhammer, normal crit range?
No, it's 20. But it has a ×3 to crit damage.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alright. 20,
Yeah.
that does meet, so that hits.
Well, 26 to hit.
26.
But,
yeah, that hits.
All right, a sweet, sweet D10 and a sweet, sweet D6. Oh, by the way, this you said, because I thought this guy was gonna be immune to poison. He's not.
He's not.
Sick. Then I also need a fortitude save from him.
It's just that he has a fuck you high fortitude with this
I
item
assume so,
activated.
but I'm gonna ask. But you know, I'm gonna go for it anyway.
God damn it. That was, I put the wrong space. Alright, there we go. That is a 29.
Yeah, he saves.
I like the one better. Can we go back to that?
No, we cannot. As you try once more to hit it, or what are you casting on this individual?
Oh no, it was it's an item from when it's a thing when you get struck by the hammer.
Ah,
It's
okay.
the venom from it, which I've almost never been able to inflict on someone as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all right.
It's one of those
the rest of
things.
this stuff does enough. So we've got 8 bludgeoning and 5 lightning.
Okay. As you slam into him, kind of smacking into the chest of this guy, you see the impact slam, the robes going wide as you reveal what looks to be a almost tarnished body, seeing holes and scars. What looks to be some sort of creature walking in or kind of crawling in its rib cage that seems to poke out of a hole for a moment, disappearing again once the hammer it pulls back and the robes close in back around the figure. The creature or the figure standing in front of you, angrily glowering down at you as the blow seems to leave a huge dent in its chest.
I wish this guy was undead.
Strange that he's not.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, I would have loved to use my disruption. That'd been nice.
But Kez, as you end your turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eider, you're up. Give me a will save, Eider,
Okay.
to see if you are still affected.
Flambe this man.
That's 11.
Sadly, you do not succeed. You are still frightened.
Damn.
As you find yourself kind of still standing with the fact Dom sticking their head through, Ned having vanished to the other side of the portal. It's just you and Dom now. What would you like to do?
More sanctuary.
I mean, that's unfortunately about all I can do. Yeah.
Don't you fucking dare.
Yep. I'm gonna do my little AOE sanctuary. Put my little arm through the thing. Gonna grab because Dom is partially through it, and then there's
Yeah.
Ned and Kez, and they're in a nice little group. The upside is when it's an AOE, it's only DC 25 instead of 30.
I hate you. Okay. Okay. Alright. Uh... God damn it. Alright. As you manage to kind of cast this, the sanctuary taking hold of the rest of you as it envelops you once more, to the DM's dismay and the planning of Eider's death, the spell goes through.
Yep. And then I'll see if I can, eat an invocation real fast. The chances of it are very, very low for what it's worth.
What are you trying? Wait, what?
Nope. Okay. Spell fails.
Okay. Alright, as you kind of look out on watching this, waiting to see if the fear will lose its effect as you feel yourself still slightly shaking, unable to move forward, and kind of ending your turn. Alright. I assume unless there's anything else you want to do, Eider?
Nah, that's all I can do. I can't see through the thing. So.
Perfect. No worries. Alright, Ned in his Wolverine form, blood and all, you're up.
Ned gets a full attack.
Yep.
Rage man. Rage against the machine.
You do have that potion. Alright, let's see what you got, Ned, as you begin to rage.
24?
To hits.
Alright. And strength gets added onto the melee attacks too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Sweet.
That's why this guy's hitting so fucking hard and for so much damage suddenly. Well, so much damage comparatively. No worries.
Six slashing damage with my claws.
Okay. As you slash into his arm, kind of cutting into the creature the best you can. All right.
22.
That hits.
That one's only for 5 slashing.
Ned, how would you like to do this?
No way.
Ned, in just full-on Wolverine rage, is just going to keep slashing until it's just a pile of viscera.
All right.
Essentially just non-stop rage.
As Ned, foaming at the mouth in his Wolverine form, jumps up, gnashing, tearing at the arm that Kez has kind of grabbed hold of, pulling it, or managing to bite its way through the arm of it. The creature, or the frost giant, pulling back as he feels his arm kind of broken off at the elbow. As Ned continues tearing into the chest, biting and tearing chunks out, and he bites into the neck as the creature tries to say something. Blood beginning to curl as the giant falls over. Ned continually digging and tearing into the chest as blood and viscera go flying everywhere around the room. As this happens, the ooze seems to disappear into a bit of almost magical dust, along with the bones kind of breaking apart and falling to the ground. As we exit combat.
Oh my gosh.
Ned, as the body lay there, Ned kind of blood all over his face as a Wolverine, blood coming out of his head. Standing over this corpse, the creature lays unmoving.
Since it died, do I need to roll for its rage, or...?
No, you do not. You are the spell effect it had on you is immediately canceled.
Okay.
As you find yourself taken out of the rage, those who are affected of it, as the initiative kind of ends, the spell effect of the frightened on Eider kind of immediately dissipating. As you all kind of take a second, breathe, realizing the fight seems to have ended. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a moment for those watching at home. No,
All the bookkeeping.
all bookkeeping, really. Yeah. I do not mind in the slightest, because no one watches these episodes but me and the rest of you lot, so, makes it easier. We're back. Hello. Apologies for that. As the fight ends, the skeleton vanishing, the ooze also dissipating, the fear effect kind of ending, you all find yourselves out of combat as the body kind of lays there. The Wolverine Ned standing over it, the body slightly shaking as he looks around.
Loot the body time.
What's left of it.
As you go, Kez, to lean down, give me a will save.
Oh, watch out for the axe. The axe.
Oh yes, more weapons to
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Manipulate my
definitely
mind.
from the armory, dude.
21.
Kez, you immediately are shunted into what looks to be a strange beach with what looks to be palm trees, coconuts, a beautiful sandy beach itself, clear skies, warm breeze, the water clear as blue as it can be. As you look around, you find yourself suddenly alone. Last thing you saw was you grabbing, starting to move the robe of the figure out of the way to see what he had on himself.
I don't like this.
As you look around, Kez, kind of taking a second, you suddenly hear a voice go in common. And so you're the newest champion.
Of?
As you say this out loud, you hear nothing, and you just hear a chuckling. You know, my dear boy, you don't even know that you've been chosen to die.
Death comes for us all.
Is that your final decision?
It's a... Huh?
I said, is that your decision?
That death comes to all people?
The voice stays silent. As you look around, Kez saying nothing for a moment, it goes seemingly quiet once more. And as you kind of look towards the forest, nothing there. Looking down the beach, nothing seemingly there. Turning around, you suddenly see a desk, a nice mahogany wooden desk kind of sitting there. A snowbeard with what looks to be long brownish hair, a bright red beard, and two bronze eyes kind of looks at you. Your holy symbol on your chest is glowing like no other, and you feel a slight concern.
Who are you?
Well, isn't that the silly question? I'm here to kill you, of course.
That doesn't seem very nice.
Well, you're not a very bright fellow, so bright people end up with nicer endings. Your story? Well, you failed. The Wolverine turned on you, your monk friend smacked you in the back of the head, and the next thing you know, you're sitting in front of me, waiting to die.
I don't remember that happening.
Mm-hmm. Typically, being hit in the head doesn't seem to do that. Give me a sense motive check. See if this guy is telling you the truth. Also, put down the game, Kez.
I'm...
Oh, what? I hear someone else clicking. I apologize.
21.
2001. As you kind of take a second thinking, you're 100% sure no one attacked you besides the strange figure in front of you. But as you see the eyes of this individual and see, looking about him, noticing his nice suit suddenly that seems almost to be noble in design, and the strange, almost around the what looks to be a strange piece of cloth around his neck that looks like a hangman's noose slightly, hanging almost daintily, seems to have a large bronze axe with the iron gray coloration behind it. As he looks up, but you are 100% sure you did not die moments ago.
Mm-hmm. The same eyes I'm looking at, they were the similar eyes that belonged to the foe that we were fighting?
Same color, yes.
Yeah. Bronze axe, iron colored, similar symbol kind of on what the guy had?
Yep, same symbol from what you can tell.
Were you the deity of that man we were fighting?
Ask your compatriot. I am no deity. I am not a god, nor would I claim to be one.
A being of power, no less.
A being that has enough power to end you, that's true.
Many things do.
Stares at you and goes, you know, you're not like the other 3 champions I've killed. Mithra, I think that was her name, very whiny, cry, oh, don't hurt me, as he puts his hands up mockingly. Goes, the one before that, a fiend that thought themselves big and strong, His head is mounted on my wall somewhere. And the one before that, well, they're chained to a desk somewhere, I imagine now, and with no power left to them, having betrayed their god out of want for more power. So what will you be, young Kesnanok? Will you seek further power? Think you're stronger than every being that stands in front of you? Or beg for your life and for your goddess's will and chance?
I will do neither. Death comes for us all. I accept death. It is of our religion. Death is not something to be afraid of, so I will not fear it. I do not seek more power than is bestowed upon me by my deity. If death comes for me now, I'm ready. But I will fight till the end, for that is what she would want me to do.
Oh, dear boy, you don't know anything about your god or the games that we play.
I need not know anything from a liar such as you.
I am a liar, but not when it comes to those who follow. For I do not keep the truth hidden from them like your own mother does. Like any true secret, it'll be what destroys you. But all in due time, good Kesnanok. For now, let me leave you with some parting words. The Elder Lion has found you, and he's got your scent now. And he's been hungry and starved for years for a good fight. I hope you're ready, young man.
Let him come.
I like you. If I may give something out of a hope, don't let your friend Eider touch that axe. Good luck to you. As he smiles a creepy and eerie smile of what looks to be blackened, rotted teeth. That as you kind of look down, seeing it almost like the blackness, the inky blackness begins to fill around, almost like an abyss as you find yourself kind of coming to. Eider, Dom, and Ned kind of all looking about the body and looking about the room as they're kind of investigating. You just kind of standing in the same place you were moments ago. To Eider, Dom, and Ned, as you looked at it, as soon as Kez seemed to lean down and look at the body, getting closer to it, he seemed to just have his eyes roll back into his head and began to lightly glow.
You're right there. You cursed.
I didn't know you had a nightlight setting.
I think I met whomever this fellow got his power from. I don't know if he speaks truth or not. Either he told me that you probably shouldn't touch the axe. Don't really know if he was being truthful about that either, but
What did you see?
a snowbeard, but it was what was it?
Brown hair and a red beard.
Yep, bronze eyes.
Bronze eyes. Actually, question. Dom, have you seen that person before? I know you talked about a dwarf when you died that one time a long time ago.
Were you on a beach? Were you on a
Yeah, I
weird?
was on the beach.
Dom looks immediately like uncomfortable, like one of the rare instances in which he just looks visibly uncomfortable. When I nearly died when we first met, I didn't see the figure well, but I did. It was a beach, and there was a figure who. I forget his exact words, but I believe he threatened to make me serve him or he would kill me. If you're seeing him again, that is not a good sign.
Apparently, he's slain the champions of my god before. It's the one who killed Mithra.
I thought the. Hmm. Is it
I
specifically your
I mean,
goddess or all gods?
uh, don't know. I mean, he claims to have killed the former champion of Ella Ugbo. I don't know. I know none of its truth. As the first thing he did as I got in there was pretty much lie to me about how I got there, so that you killed me. Along with Ned. I didn't really believe that, but kind of set the motion of me not really trusting this fellow. So going back to the axe thing, Ider, I don't know if you really want to touch this thing or not.
Either you or Snowbeard, do you know of any figure with a red beard and bronze eyes like this?
Had a similar symbol to the guy, bronze axe, like an iron coloring.
Ider just kind of shrugs and says, near as I can tell, there's no god with that symbol. So,
He wasn't a god. I don't really know what he was. He was certainly a
Hmm.
being of power. At least he didn't claim to be a god. Which I have a feeling that if anybody who was a god wouldn't, say they weren't.
there's power in deception.
I suppose so, but he may
Might
not be
not
a
be a
god,
god
but
yet.
I think he has the power of one, or at least something equal.
Couldn't say that that's not a possibility. Give me a moment. Allow me to consult the powers that be. Do I not recognize a fucking red dwarf?
So, I'm gonna say, give me an intelligence check real quick to see which knowledge would be the most applicable in this situation, because this could really go any way depending on how intelligent Ida is.
Yeah.
Because
It
this
was like,
is important. Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but I'm pretty sure I'm also not supposed to just
I
immediately know
definitely
it.
know who this fucker is, but
Yeah.
not really. I know, but
Oh
Kez
yeah,
doesn't.
non-character.
Well, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah, give me either a knowledge nobility or actually, yeah, I think knowledge nobility really was sums it up.
No, Mr. Stone, I expect you to die.
Mr. Brownstone. Well, that's a
He's
16.
not a god yet.
Based on the description, it sounds very similar. Though the brown hair doesn't match up. There's only been two or one red bearded dwarf that either he would have stuck out to you. It's like an albino standing in the middle of in Africa. They're gonna stick out pretty clearly. Not to be like fully fucked here, but thinking about it back, you remember seeing a ginger figure known as Alfred Stone, one of the royal or not royal but noble members of the dwarven court, and rumored supposedly proto fiend, though there has been no proof to that.
Somehow, Alfred Stone returned.
Yeah, I like turn to the party, give like the information, say, rumor is he's proto fiend, potentially. I've never particularly cared for him. I always thought he was too in bed with the other nations. Never trusted.
He
Well,
seemed
whatever he
fiendish
is,
when I first saw him, in my
I guess
vision
yes.
at least.
Yeah. Whatever he is a being of immense power now, at least.
So, Kez, Dom,
Yeah.
quick thing.
Uh-huh.
Never accept an agreement or deal in any way, shape, or form, no matter how it's worded.
Why not?
Dwarves have found and somewhat lost the power of infernal deal making here and there. And if he is, more fiend than not, that likely means that he's much more capable at making it than even the old practitioners.
When he offered me a deal when I first died, I stalled and held my tongue until I was brought back to consciousness. I plan to make no deals, dying or not, with anyone willingly. So rest assured, I will continue to keep my silence.
All I'm saying is, looking at that thing brought me to him. I do not. I don't know what we should do with this body.
I will say, in the quick intermediate time while Kez was kind of having a bit of a vision quest, to note, the only items you could find on this individual, just by a quick glance over, it looks to be the robes, hit the great axe that is very clearly cursed, some sort of weapon that seems to be well, I won't go much more into that, actually. What looks to be a grimoire on his hip that looks to be made of drow skin. That is pretty easy to recognize, given the darkness and the smoothness of the skin, and it being pretty clear. A couple of symbols, but nothing that looks to be arcane from what you can tell. And then lastly, his boots look to be specifically very magical as well. But otherwise, nothing else kind of catches your attention.
Do you think
Burn it?
Do you think it's the items, or do you think it is because you are a champion that you were sucked into a vision? It seems like he's going after people like you. I'm no champion of any god. I don't know if the same would apply.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. Eider and Ned, both of you give me spellcraft checks.
Uh-oh.
Because Dom, again, still no magic.
No,
Hey,
magic.
One
I
day.
can at least attempt to roll something, can I? Just so I feel,
Sure. Oh, give me a knowledge arcana. You know what? I feel like that makes sense. Yeah. Let's see if you can figure out.
Utham has a lot of magic books.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw something somewhere.
14.
14. Okay. Let's see what you got.
Oh my gosh, a fucking 18. Holy
Nice.
shit. That's big for me.
All right.
Oh, actually, no, wait. I get a bonus to Arcana. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. All right. So as the three of you, or as Kez, or as Eider and Ned kind of look over towards Kez, you notice his hammer is glowing with holy magic, seemingly to an immense amount. Eider, you manage to realize pretty quickly that, well, actually, first, starting with Ned. Ned, you recognize this to be a holy weapon, fully, like, almost a holy artifact, similar to what you've seen amongst the very few god champions that would, spend their time passing by the groves in your youth. They always looked immensely powerful, and as you can sense the amount of magic coming off of it, it's almost as if a caster level of higher than ninth level, or higher than a ninth level spell is kind of radiating from this item. Eider, as you kind of take a second looking at this thing, you catch, it seems Kez has been chosen as the next champion of a god. The amount of magic pouring out of his hammer, and the slight glowing symbol of his god kind of catches your eye. With the magic going through, there's no other way to see it. Kez is fully now a god's champion. He has been fully chosen and seems to have a massive amount of dormant magic within his now holy artifact weapon. Dom, what catches your attention immediately is there seems to be almost a unnatural glow about Kez that's not seemingly from the sanctuary spell that was going on earlier. First, kind of seeing Kez glow, you assume, okay, either sanctuary hasn't let go, hasn't stopped effect, as you've seen that spell cast, just in this fight a few times now. But as it doesn't stop to, and you begin to see the hammer sigil, or a sigil of El Ugbo begin to carve its way into his hammer, you realize almost immediately, like Regan Utham's research into god champions, this is a signification of someone being chosen. You're not sure to how powerful he is, but you can recognize that he has been chosen by his god.
I think, you know what? I don't even think. It's definitely because you're a champion. And Dom's just staring pointedly at the hammer with, like, his arms crossed. You're definitely being targeted.
I'm grateful to be bestowed such an honor, and I can only hope that I'm able to fulfill my duties properly.
Ned tries to give input, but it just comes out as Wolverine grumbles. And he, stops halfway and just looks and realizes and puts his head down.
Yeah, a little bit of blood from the dead giant's corpse kind of spilling out as he tries to make the noise.
I'm sure you were going to impart some great wisdom, Ned. Thank you.
Well, I guess I pull out a little sack of silver powder, and I'm gonna get to cleaning this little area.
Are you gonna do holy water?
Yeah, some holy water. Some silver powder. We're gonna consecrate the fuck out of these guys.
Oh, you're oh, god damn it. As Kez begins, Kez, it's going to take you about an hour worth of to do the house, and just this room alone is going to take that amount of time. I will say, Eider, Dom, and Ned, as you step out of the portal from behind into the other dimension, as soon as you do, the doors shut and the place seems to vanish. The doors, when they open once more, showing nothing but a broken down pantry.
Ah, damn it. I was going to try and go back in, but...
As Kez begins to kind of pull out his silver, basically drawing a massive spell circle on the ground with his holy symbol, and beginning to chant a prayer. As he does, the body slightly looks to be every once in a while jerking and moving, but not seemingly getting up. Ned kind of moved about on its chest as he kind of tries to maintain his balance.
Good. In the meantime, I'd like to inspect the axe, because it feels like bait that he's trying to tell me not to touch it, but...
Okay.
Just to make sure it is bait.
Yeah, as Kez starts working out on the room, as you walk over towards the twitching corpse, the Wolverine of Ned still kind of like standing on top of it as it slightly jerks and moves. Walking over to look at the axe. Give me. Or what are you trying to figure out about it?
Some of its magical properties and just if it's actually a conduit to like a different realm, and if it's useful, basically. So
Alright, yeah.
it's the full workup.
Give me a spellcraft check for the magic, and then we'll do an appraise check to call for the rest to make it easy. I assume you don't have the identify spell?
No, I do have the detect magic though, so I can
Yeah.
analyze the aura at least.
Yeah, that's why I'm just giving you the spellcraft to make my life much easier. Because I know you're gonna find that this thing's magical. I just don't know. The question is, how well are you gonna be able to tell the spells on it?
Yeah, it's like hopefully it should be easier. That's a 21 spellcraft and a 18 appraise.
All right. So firstly, it is extremely magical. This looks to be made by a 30th level caster. Not caster level, or yeah, so yes, caster level 30, my apologies, yes.
Yeah.
As I'm reading my own notes here. The item itself, as you recognize, has a curse on it, though the School of Magic doesn't seem to be familiar to you, which is quite unique, as, I mean, you're pretty familiar with all the basic schools of magic, but this seems to have a ill effect of a rage effect on it. Basically, the curse, from what you can tell based on that, seems to when wielded by its user, cause the individual to go into a berserker's-like rage, and immediately activate their supernatural-like abilities from the item. In this case, one of them you experienced as the fear effect. The other part is, this is an Unholy Avenger, and I'm not just talking an Unholy Avenger, this is basically one of the top Unholy Avengers. This is a +9 weapon. That you had to, for reference, none of you have ever even heard of or seen. Either may have read about in some of the few books as a noble that there were supposed designs of these items, but never actually made, because the magic that would take to make something like that is unheard of. As you look at it, you're pretty sure, Eider, that this is one of the top items you've ever seen. The blade, while it's jagged, seems to be made of this orangish metal that looks to be, as you recognize, as mayhemium, and seems to have a wild magic and a random effect to it. It is impossible to predict what this item will do.
Gotcha. I also like retch very violently because the rights to make an unholy avenger are not pleasant because it is an inherently evil item. Like it's radiates evil. It's like so like, and evil for this time period is pretty fucked up. So like.
Yeah, the equivalent to make an item of this level, to your own knowledge, would be almost basically like gruesomely torturing an entire city, a capital city, like 35,000 plus people, to then sacrifice their doomed souls that are in this anguish to make this item. That literally to this level of difficulty is unheard of. You'd have to see, this would be something you'd hear about happening to make something like this.
Yeah. Like finished like vomiting and like turn to Kez and like destroy it until there's nothing left.
As I'm currently muttering prayers to consecrate everything around this area.
Mm-hmm. Alright, as Eider kind of
motivation.
Yeah, Eider kind of looking at the weapon and it starts inspecting Kez's circle to make sure everything's perfect at the concern of this thing. Lightly pushing some silver powder back in line as the wind blows on and such, following behind Kez. Alright, Ned, what about you? What are you doing during this?
I would like to sniff my way around the room.
Alright, give me a search check. What are you looking for? Anything in particular, or just, whatever?
Yeah, just anything.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I add anything to my roll for scent?
No, it's, in this case, it'll
That's
be just
for smelling enemies, right?
Yeah, it's very specific. Okay. In this case, it's just something in my head that I'm going through.
You said search?
Yep, because you're actively looking around for stuff.
Well,
as you kind of sniff around, as Eider and Kez kind of begin to work on the spell circle, Eider kind of avoiding the body, as he looks at it with a little bit of concern, continue to following and helping Kaz. Kaz completely just sucked into his chant as he's eyes closed, little like scent jar going back and forth as he begins to say a prayer, in Latin basically, or rather celestial, and begins to like make symbols in the air as he walks around the room doing this, dropping silver everywhere. As you kind of sniff around, besides the light scent of the like incense and the silver itself, you do catch something. Almost as if it seems to be underneath the floorboards. There is the smell of like rotting death.
I will like go over and tug on Dom's like pant leg
Mm-hmm.
and just
With your-
start like scratching at the floor.
What? You find something under the floor?
Dom, give me a handle animal.
Handle animal?
Yep. Let's see if you can figure out what this what Ned's
I
saying.
feel like pulling on my pant leg and then scratching at
Oh!
the floor. If I've like,
Oh,
if I was
100%.
around, Ruthven had like all those animals, like the boars and the wolves and stuff.
Yes, but
so.
all of those animals were also much bigger and much quite intelligent creatures.
I can't see you down there. I'm 22 feet tall.
Oh, that's not what I mean.
What are you doing? Handle animal. 12.
But Timmy stuck down a well?
Yeah. As you kind of look down as Ned starts scratching at the floor, it seems like he's trying to tell you something's underneath the floorboards pretty quickly. I mean, that's not hard to gather. As you kind of notice, he seems to be like sniffing at something. It kind of catches your attention as you lean down towards the floor, taking a light sniff, kind of seeing what it is, and you immediately catch the whiff of undeath. Sorry, not undeath, death. Let me be very clear, death.
So I guess seeing this, I mean, Dom can't really do anything crazy, but I guess I'll try to see if I can feel like a bit of. Is it wood or is it still like stone floor?
It is a wood floor.
So yeah, I'll try to feel for like a part of the board that's sticking like slightly up, and then yeah, I'll just use my huge size to try to like just pry a board off.
Alright.
I'm not incredibly strong, but
Give me a search check, see if you can find one.
okay. Search time. What die will be the search die?
That is the question.
You. Decent roll, your average, whatever. That's better than bad. 16.
16. As you kind of look around, it doesn't take you long to see one of the corners. One of the boards looks to be a little more pushed up than in the others. And kind of, as you start to walk over, Ned kind of following after as he does, you manage to find one of the boards in the corner that just has enough of a nub that you can get your hands into and kind of pull on. You can give me a strength check if you'd like.
Can Ned assist? Can he
Ned-
aid me if he's...
If you'd like.
Because I'm not that strong, buddy. Letting you know.
As the Wolverine kind of comes over and starts pouncing in the air, trying to jump on the board to try and knock it off of its nails, trying to basically activate or move it like a seesaw.
Am I also rolling strength?
Yes. No, in this case, it's... yes, please do, because it'll be whatever you roll will be half applied to Dom's roll.
Oh, I only got a 6. My hands are
I
too
rolled a
big. I can't get a
17.
good grip.
17 halved is... We round down, so that'd be 8. So 6 plus 8 is 14? Yeah, 14.
Yep.
Yeah, as you manage, Dom, it takes a bit of work, but as Ned seems to jump up just at the right time, slamming all of his weight down, the Wolverine paws kind of hitting right at the right point. The board seems to snap up with your hand pulling, and immediately Ned goes almost down into the hole, managing to just catch himself barely with his back legs as he looks down, kind of hanging into the down below, seeing the docks.
Okay, no, don't, not in there, and I'll like try to help pull him back, and like I'm literally like I think Don had to be on his hands and knees to pull the floorboard up.
Yep.
I think I now have to like crouch down to even like peer into the hole.
Yep, as you kind of help pull Ned back, looking into the hole, you give me a spot check real quick. And do you have
Even
I'm
if-
good at those.
Oh, good. Ned?
Oh, I don't have dark vision.
I was gonna say, even if Dom didn't help, I could take 10 on my climb and have over a 20.
Oh, God. Just climb up and then, like, top rope.
Just a 12. I rolled bad.
And you said you don't have dark vision?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just a guy.
Ned, are you also gonna poke your head in and look?
I mean, I don't think I can see anything, but yeah.
Do
Do
Wolverines
Wolverines get
have
dark
dark
vision?
vision?
Oh, I have low light vision.
I say in real life they do, but
I thought they did in 3.5. Am I wrong on that? No, yeah, you're right. They have low light vision. Yeah, you can still give me a check as far as it goes.
Yeah, because I shut off light like a torch, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, the daylight thing, yeah, but this is underneath the floorboards.
Kind of check.
Yeah. Sorry. Search check.
Search.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you got.
19.
19. Between Dom and Ned kind of looking down into the hole, the two of you start to notice there is a pile of what looks to be the same kind of individuals that you had ran into in the previous house. The gray skin with these strange blisters and slime about their skin. You can smell the disease from the poison and plague that they seem to have enveloped them on. As you kind of look under, between the two of you, you count about 15 corpses as well as one large corpse that looks to have been, quick guesstimation, some sort of village chieftain.
The rest of the villagers, yay!
Mm.
Mission complete.
Kaz kind of stopping and is saying to look over and see what you guys are looking at.
Dom looks worried because I think when we first saw the one guy, he looked dead until we like interacted the door, and then he like got up and started attacking us.
Mm-hmm.
So Dom's just kind of like still with his giant hand like on his hands and knees, trying to like nudge Ned back, like be careful, they could still be alive.
Ned will immediately move towards the door.
Okay.
Not dealing with this.
Ned as a Wolverine, like almost immediately turns and starts walking over the door, just like sits there, waits, looking over at the three of you as you kind of continue about, Ice following quite quickly after.
Yeah,
Alright.
Dom's gonna also like move away from the hole and stand back up, so I'm not just like
Okay.
crouched down and prone.
Alright, as you kind of stand back up, is there anything else you'd like to want to do, Dom? As Ned seems kind of goes and stands waiting by the door for Kez and Eider to finish.
Let me double check something. So Irish looking at the axe. Kez is consecrating.
Eider's helping with the spell circle now to make sure this room gets cleansed.
Yeah. I think I will.
Better make sure the below gets cleansed too.
I think Dom's just gonna. I don't think searching the room's really gonna do much, so I guess I'll just do, if I can, do like a listen check to keep a watch, and then can I also just, I don't know if this is a separate or if I could do as both, like just glance at the belt to see if anything changed after fighting that guy. Because after fighting enemies of note, the belt has changed. So I think Dom does a nervous glance down.
Yeah, give me a listen check real quick, and to your knowledge, as you look down at your belt, it has not changed at all, though as you kind of look about yourself, really getting the sight of the darkened skin, it really hits you that you have transformed.
Yeah, I think Dom's still like getting used to the awkward dimensions he now has.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Shaq, I believe it's yeah. So that is a dirty 20.
Think of it like a second puberty, Dom. With a dirty 20, as you listen in.
He had such a great time the first time.
Yeah, the second puberty, where you go from white to black. It happens to all of us.
Red.
Red to black. Yeah. But as you kind of listen in, there doesn't seem to be much other than the light murmur of Kez kind of saying prayers under his breath as he walks around in Eider. I imagine whispering a little bit along the lines of, a couple of explicits towards that axe as he kind of sees what's going on with it.
I need to give myself a sensor, make this quicker.
I know, right, Ned? But as you listen in, nothing else catches your attention, Dom.
I guess, yeah, I'll just stand stoic and quiet guard because I'm not magical and I cannot do anything.
Alright. As Kez continues about for the next hour going around, Kez, give me a knowledge religion real quick.
Yippee! Knowledge religion, the only thing I actually have knowledge stuff in.
I'd hope
Woohoo!
so. Also, Michael Jackson went through a reverse second puberty. Exactly.
23.
23. As you kind of go through this whole thing, it takes a little bit less time than you were expecting. Having gotten so used to it with the church and getting a little bit more practice, I mean, not that you're proud of that factor. You know, it's not a good thing you're getting practice at exorcising demons and spirits and evil things everywhere, but hey, it's better than not. As you kind of work your way about, managing to refine it quite quickly to about a 45-minute process as you go through the room. As you do one after another, Eider kind of following behind you to help make sure everything lines up properly. Dom and Ned watching as they do. Ice kind of seemingly kind of falling asleep, wrapped up near Ned next to the door. But as you continue going about, the circle begins to glow as you start to come to the end of the whole process. The body begins to stand. The giant seems to glare over towards you, his axe in hand. But as the body begins to rush towards you, almost immediately charging at you, Kez, Kez and Eider, as you stand on the outside of the circle, finishing your final prayer, Kez, you watch as the body slams into an invisible wall of light and immediately incinerates into a holy light. A strange, almost ghostly apparition disappearing, and the axe seemingly beginning to scream bloody murder louder and louder, shriller and shriller as it does as the spell begins to take hold. The entirety of the village beginning to glow, and shrills coming from other parts of the town as you begin to feel El Ogbo's influence into the city. After a few moments of high-pitched screaming, everything seems to go almost dead silent immediately, and the spell circle seems to kind of dissipate and stop glowing as the silver blows away. As feel free to add 10 divinity points to your character sheet. As
Oh,
they look
damn.
on, feeling the souls of the individuals beginning to move on to a new and proper afterlife.
Yes!
Feel
That's what
the
I'm here
mother-
for!
You feel the mother's glow, and to the rest of you, you watch as during this entire process, Kez's head begins to glow with a blackened crown that looks almost like a tiara, and with a giant gem that seems to have a silverish coloration to it. His armor turning to this black, wicked-looking, very twisted, demonic look of a suit of armor as he walks about. His hammer glowing in this beautiful silvery white coloration as he does this, and he almost looks like he has two glowing wings behind him, almost appearing as if an angel for a moment, similar to how Eider kind of comes off during when he unleashes his full spells from his ability. Spell force.
Baby!
Yeah, because as you kind of feel the magic flow over you and kind of begin to purify the entirety of this little town, the circle seems to come to an end, and as you feel yourself kind of finally finishing the spell, you take a full point of fatigue.
Bird.
As your body begins to slacken, you feel the magic drain from you, and all the rest of you see as Kez stops glowing, the tiara disappearing, his hammer going back to normal, and his armor also reappearing as it was. He looks to just look almost be pale as he stands there.
I need rest.
Yep, you done good. Go ahead and catch a nap. We'll make sure and, well, look the rest of the village over. See if we can't find where they went.
Thanks.
If there's-
Let me know if you need me. I'll be there as soon as I can.
As
I find a
Kez,
nice, comfortable corner to slouch up against and immediately crash out.
finding the nice little leather chair of the mayor that's a bit bigger than you, as you kind of go looking at it and kind of wiping some grime off of it as you do, putting a nice towel down and then sitting down into it and immediately sinking in as you feel all of your body relax for a moment, Kez, in the chair.
Crashing out.
Yeah, Kez immediately is almost out cold, sitting up in this chair as he stays snoring. Eider, Dom, and Ned as he leaves you three to kind of go about.
All right, ready to look through the village and see if we can't find more spell scrolls and, well, potentially more of their plans.
Yes, we need to make sure we've fully thwarted anything they might be doing here.
Ned nods.
Yeah, dude, it's like, I look at you and I'm like, are you going to be able to keep up, or do you need like a? And then Dom makes like a lift motion. I don't know what the Wolverine movement speed is.
The same as Ned's, actually.
Oh, hell yeah!
Hooray!
That's the fuck
Um,
A
boy.
whopping 30 feet.
Okay, you know, decently fast.
Yeah, well, we've got the Wolverine form. Let's use his scent as much as we can, and then come over there.
I do apologize, Kaz. I did just send you for one of the items I forgot to send you earlier that you had picked up. Um, as as Eider kind of points this out, the three of you beginning to head up the stairs up onto the second floor and through the bridge. The symbols on the walls now vanished as you look about. Heading out into the town, you three all see what looks to be a horrendous sight. There are what look to be about 100 or so frost giants kind of scattered throughout the town, looking as if they had been doing battle with a group of stone giants that had these strange red warts on their back, many of them that have been slain, kind of oozing out still. As you look onto what looks to be a massive battlefield of almost about 200 bodies kind of laying and strewn about. The buildings now, as you look around, look to be more broken down, burnt, and kind of destroyed as you look as you kind of focus in and try to catch any sense of life. Thankfully, seeing no movement.
And this doesn't look like it was recent, right? It was just
Kind of looking down at the blood, it's brown, and that's enough to kind of catch. Even without a heal check, you know brown blood means it's got to be at least a few days old.
Gotcha. So
How
it's like
long were we in there?
no, I think it was just a glamour effect from
Oh,
well, probably the Deathsmith because his presence seemed to warp everything.
I was going to say I would have definitely seen this while scouting. And
We would have
like
seen
taking
it
a look
walking
around.
in. It's pretty evident. It's like a battlefield of 200 people. We would have like immediately clocked this just like walking into the village.
As it is in that main road of the village is where most of the bodies seem to be spewing about, as if the frost giants seem to try and hold the line, and these stone giant like creatures seem to push through them with not ease, but seemingly a decent capability as the creatures seem to push further and further into the town.
Yeah. I want to like try and like analyze like whether or not it was like a glamour effect or like a dimension weirdness going on.
Give me a spellcraft check.
I would love to.
Can I
Yes.
37.
check?
Okay. 37. As you take a second, yes, this was a glamour effect. It seemed to be an after effect of, most likely, you kind of take into account it's probably the influence of the Deathsmith. It could have also been something else that was here before Kez purified the area. Probably a 50-50 as you kind of guesstimate either, but either way, yes, you're 100% sure this was a glamour effect that seemed to make the bodies vanish when you were walking through them, which means it had to be a very powerful glamour ability, because normally if you bump into something that's being covered by a glamour, the effect would fall apart.
Yeah.
So, kind of keeping that in mind to your own knowledge, that this was in a powerful enough ability to make the physical non-physical. What was your question, Dom?
I want to see if like I could pull out one of each of the spell scrolls I'd gotten and double check them to make sure they weren't glamored. Like, do they still say like the spells they said before?
Yeah. As you look at pulling it out, it does in fact still say the summon swarm,
Okay.
as well as the let me pull up the other
Monster, I
one.
believe.
Summon monster 1. Yes.
Yes. Okay, then Dom takes them out, checks them, puts them back.
I look at all of the bodies and at Wolverine, where neither of them can understand me, just go, well, Kaz is just gonna flip his shit.
As the Wolverine just growls lightly as it stares off towards the bodies.
Well said, Ned. I assume.
I guess I'm just assuming what he's saying is agreeable.
We should not get in the habit of agreeing with everything he says while in Wolverine form, even if it's funny. That's how we end up losing a kidney.
I mean, I think he should know that we can't consent to anything while he speaks like that. Also, if anyone in any animal, mustelid, weasel, whatever form attempts to steal my kidney, they're getting punted into the sun. And Dom makes like a with his newfound giant legs makes like a kicking gesture.
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
demonstrate.
yeah. But as the three of you look on, the slight sounds of Kez kind of lightly snoring in the background. What do you want to do?
Effectively ransack the town. Like,
Okay. Then the three of you give me search checks. With Ned, it'll be considered part of your scent check.
can I take 20?
Nope. You gotta roll for me. Because this is going to be you actively looking around for. I would say taking 20 would make sense if you're just looking at the houses and you're just looking at stuff that's not hidden, like just stuff that's out in the open, 100%. But if you're wanting to find anything that like could be potentially hidden, I would ask you to roll.
18.
18, okay. What was yours, Ned?
It is. You said search.
Correct. I'm sorry, either. Maybe we should have just.
I was about to say, it's like search. You do get to use the first take a 20 if you like just take the time to, even if it's hidden. Search is inherently to look for hidden stuff. But
Ned, Dom, and Ida, as you go about the town, kind of going house to house, one by one, you manage to find about another 30 scrolls of both the Summon Monster 1 and Summon Swarm, kind of scattered throughout the town in different barrels, seemingly in each of the houses as you kind of go by. This town looks like it was preparing for something, but as you kind of go through looking for maps, any sort of paperwork, everything, even the few things that were even in the mayor's building seem to have gone missing. The few papers that should be there in journals signifying some grand plan, any sort of maps seem to all be torn out and have been either burned or taken with the person who tore them out. As the only thing the three of you managed to get is that this village was once a fishing village that Og Brightwing had requested being set up. And that according to the local fishermen, they started noticing strange stone giants beginning to come in the middle of the night on ships and vanishing into the countryside before they started doing something. Before the frost giants started to actively look into it. However, nothing else seems to be listed after that. And then because I just got pinged this, little side note, the holy symbols you do find amongst the stone giant corpses do look to be recognized similar to Lithotara's sigil. The frost giants, however, all have that same marking of the bronze axe with an iron coin background on them.
interesting.
So it seems Lithotara and this figure are not working together.
Nope.
I get this unnerving feeling that he may be going after gods, but that raises some questions on where that puts us, given our deal with Blazatara, our marks from Cataclysm, and us being, and I gesture just towards me and Eider, like between the two of us, just like this.
To be fair, demon lords fight gods. I don't think he is one, but it's not the end of the world. Starting to take the view that just because you're a god doesn't mean that you're necessarily useful.
Tom, I think Tom laughs at that and is like, I would not so boldly say that given our experiences, but
It's like shrug is like,
just lets it trail off.
what? God of blatant evil is a god of blatant evil. I mean,
Regardless, I feel stressed that it seems our number of large, powerful enemies grows by the day. This is, a figure that could
they're
could
not
have
used to it
this
by now.
army. Dom just kind of looks blankly at you.
Come on, it's like Tuesday. We were due to get like another, like, I don't know, god, demon, critter, fiend, some kind
I
to
thought
try and kill
maybe
us.
the whole you being the new Deathsmith and me being this would have been like enough to fill the quota. I don't know what you constitute as like an inconveniencing thing to happen. I'd consider a curse that is going to make me destroy everything I've cared about ever to be pretty bad either. I don't know. I mean, maybe our standards are a little bit different. There's like very heavy sarcasm in his voice as he's like gesturing as he talks.
Well, I mean, you still have control. It's up
Control
to you.
is a limited thing for anyone in life, and it seems mine lessens by
That's
the
a
day.
look. Submitting to a curse is very different than being cursed.
Mm. We'll see how strongly you believe in the will of mortals given a few more runes activating. Let us hope for both our sakes your optimism proves truer than my doubt.
Look,
And
I'll make you a deal. I'll kill you on the spot if you start going evil.
Dom like laughs a bit at that. Is like had a similar arrangement with Kez already. I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm just saying. I think we should continue with our normal tasks. My goal remains to find a way to remove this belt. I don't know if you plan to smith and make these things and follow through on your end, but I truly do not want much to do with this.
I already need to make you things. It doesn't really change anything that I was going to do, but because it serves as a decent enough template. Besides,
You
look,
really did get the better end of the deal. As he's like just settling in that like the Dwarven Smith got the job to be a Smith.
to be fair, I didn't get really a deal at all. Like, other than Cataclysm's mark coming off, I didn't get anything out of this. Like, I'm the
I don't know.
exact
The
same as
title of
before.
Death Smith, you might not like. It is a cool title.
I mean, I'm not getting that title though.
Who says the Death Smith? He's not here to argue.
To be fair, I've done a lot of impressive stuff already. Huh.
What what's a title fitting for you? We as the new Dark King, I can bestow upon you a title. And Dom does like a sarcastic like hand gesture mimicking like nobles he's seen in Utham's court. Just like what what title do you think?
Well, title's earned. It's not taken. Unless you're a pretentious twat, in which case your smithing isn't worth anything to begin with.
Agreed. Agreed. Don't you agree, Ned? As I like look over to the Wolverine, it's just there.
I like reach down and like pet Ned behind the
Yeah,
ears.
I can't do that with that. Well, then again, 15-foot reach. Maybe I can without having to crouch down.
You explicitly cannot. You are 22 feet tall.
If I like bend my knees, how much does that? How much does that
Ned, do you accept being pet by your compatriots?
I embrace the scritches.
Okay. As Ned seems to willingly embrace it and kind of allows you a little scratch your miter, Dom kind of bending down to do the same. Ned seems more than happy to let you two scratch his head or rub his belly. Though the chunks of pieces of moss that you find within his fur every once in a while does kind of lead to an interesting concept there. But as the time goes on, as you lot look through the corpses, not really finding anything else, Kaz kind of finally joining you a lot after about an hour-long nap to come upstairs and kind of help about sorting through the bodies, seeing the field of damage as the four of you kind of work your way through, finding really only a couple gold coins, but nothing really else that catches your attention amongst the dead.
Well, time to start my letter. I'll be back later.
Is
Wait,
it to Utham? Because I also need to write one.
Go ahead. Kez, what you were about to ask as well?
honestly, this might I don't know who you're writing a letter to, but remember of last session when I got that letter saying somebody has essentially infiltrated Utham and as he has fallen to their influence.
This letter? Yes.
Yeah, the letter that we got last session. It's I don't know if we really want. I mean, we should. I'm not really sure what our best course of action is here. I know we should probably inform him that his town has fallen, but I don't know about how much detail we should go into it, seeing as we don't
It's,
exactly know what he has fallen to or else is there that is influencing him.
listen, if Reagan Utham has lost his will, if he is being controlled mentally by some great force, we collectively, being in his lands, have far, and I cannot emphasize how far greater issues we have than writing in a letter, P.S. You might be under the influence or threat of a great evil. Like, if he knows that we know, that is going to be honest, the furthest from our worry, in my mind. I do not see a reason not to mention it to him.
Why mention it at all? Why not just send him the damn letter?
Yes, that's what I mean in the letter.
No, I
Well,
mean
Oh,
just
oh, you
literally
mean
send him
the
the
letter
letter.
we found?
Yeah. What are we gonna do
oh,
with it?
oh,
Hang on, I will
I have to
copy
bring it to the
this.
Dragon King. This original copy I'm bringing to the Dragon King.
A Dragon King.
A
I see.
Dragon King, the one on this landmass. I believe it
I
is, right?
can
Yep,
copy
correct.
it and send the copy to Uthum, or I can copy it and you can bring it to the Dragon King. Whatever we do, I have good handwriting. I can do it quick. But I don't see not mentioning it helping us more than bringing it up.
I
At,
think telling Uther will hurt us more, but I'm not going to stop you. If it brings misfortune, so be it.
we are unfortunate. It is
But
in our name.
I'd like to avoid it as much as possible, personally,
But you
but
should not. Why did we take that name if we wanted to
because
avoid
it's
that? Is
fitting. Even if
yes.
we avoid it, it happens
It
anyway.
it is it is, but you understand it is our branding now. It invites it practically. I mean, I'm not superstitious, but if you declare something to be something, self-fulfilling prophecy.
I just don't think we should tell him about this letter.
Mm.
Can I ask why?
Listen,
Like I feel like I missed a conversation.
Same.
I do not know the influence that he has fallen to. And I'd rather it not know that we know. If it already knows, that sucks. But the less he knows about this, the better, I feel.
Because
Seems
we
like he's
are.
talking about Zarius in the letter, considering that's the god he's been following. Like
Yeah.
it's fully possible he's just talking about it not being.
Movasi worships Zarius?
No, Utham.
Yeah, so it's Rigu and King Movasi have fallen to their influence.
I mean, it's potential.
I
It's literally the god of greed. Greed influences, well, legendary for a reason.
Well, do we really want to start poking around with Zarius?
we've already run into him. I mean, we didn't agree to a deal in the end, but
Well, I did, but it's open ended.
well, yes, not a. It's not a deal that was signed and closed. It was
Well,
a.
the thing is that we don't know for certain. And it could do nothing, but this could hurt. I think we should figure out what is going on before we start sending word to everyone.
I mean, I can understand wanting to make sure the way we send the information is secure, ensure it gets into Utham's hands himself and isn't intercepted. But we're marked by a god that can watch us. Clearly, a different entity, this Elfred Stone, has a way of communing with us, seeing what we are doing. You said he lied about us attacking you. He knows what happened here. He saw it. I don't think there's many ways for us to go. Whatever influence it is, probably already saw us, knows we are here. I don't think trying to be subtle to avoid it suits us. If there's any way that Utham hasn't had his mind taken, letting him know protects him. And the empire by large, this kingdom is my kingdom. These are my people. I don't feel honor bound to a lot of things, but to not give warning to something like this feels. You must understand, Kez.
I understand your want to protect your people, but your people have also kicked you out of their capital.
Utham has asked I do not return until the curse is gone. If I were to show up on the door, I do not know that he would automatically turn me away. The rest of you, I cannot say. I am choosing to stay away.
Well, actually, I'm free
This
of
is-
the Mark of Cataclysm, remember? So,
Would you like to hand deliver a letter then?
I'm actually pretty sure, Dom, you've also lost that mark.
Correct.
Did Dom?
Yep.
Yeah, you
Dom
meant-
doesn't know. Dom can't see the back of his neck.
No, but you can feel the back of your neck and can feel the mark is gone.
Yeah, I guess Dom touches it because he's been too overwhelmed by everything else to notice it and just goes, huh. I suppose I could do it then, if we are worried about word being compromised.
I'll be honest with you. We've got better shit to do than to hand deliver a letter.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed. Isn't also Utham fighting a war
Not
with
yet.
Lithotara?
Well,
Not yet. Yeah,
to,
that's right.
to your character's perspective, actually, no. There have been notes that the Lithotara followers are starting to build up, and there's been conflicts. Nothing that is an outright war yet, but Regan Utham is sending troops and sending them out to fight and scout and deal with the issues, treating them like bandits.
All I know is the Lithotara's marks were found all in the area where we found this letter. They were on the person we just fought, as well as Alfred Stone's marks. He is seemingly about to be at war with them, and I cannot say that isn't our doing, to some degree, playing a role in that. I understand your caution, but I don't see why caution. Now, if we were trying to be subtle, I feel like we missed the mark on that a while ago.
Also, to not to put too fine a point on it, but this is a letter from a person coming into and out of Moors. I don't really trust them.
It is the previous champion of his goddess, but
Who also was killed by Alfred Stone, to tell the truth of it, including.
yes.
Sorry, did Kez mention any of the background information about the rest of them?
He
or-
said that, right? He said that the Alfred Stone killed the champion.
At least that's what he claimed.
Yeah, he said
Uh-huh.
he claimed. Yeah, he killed three champions, is what he claimed.
The person who came through though, that burnt thing, wasn't the champion.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was just, it held the letter and the hammer, or at least a special hammer.
However,
Yeah.
can I get an intelligence check real quick from Kez?
Also, at the symbol
Me
of
probably
Lithotara.
forgetting important facts.
Don't. That's what I'm here for.
Also, I will
16.
Kez, just for your own knowledge, in the letter, something that she mentioned specifically is that someone was coming that she had dealt with before. Yeah, so they have sent a new pact holder to do the work they could not finish all those years before. Taking note that the individual's body was as busted up as it was, kind of makes you think that maybe that individual you just fought, the one with the axe, was probably the individual who probably killed Mithra.
That's what I was thinking. So, which makes me afraid that, and since this, Alfred symbol is all over this town, I'm worried that Utham has fallen to the influence of Alfred Stone.
I mean, I cannot claim to know all of his secrets, but he has been open about his dealings with Sarius to me. He's not mentioned anything about an Alfred Stone.
We haven't been in the capital for a long time.
I've been sending correspondence. My last letter I received back was after we had cleared that tomb, and nothing was mentioned then.
Lots of things can happen. Lies or just omittance of truth.
I do not
much is said.
appreciate the implications you are making.
you should be prepared for the worst. We are
I'm
dealing with a creature who is no god but has powers of one, and we are killed my last the champion of my god. We do not know the capacity of this individual. We are seeing an entire town has already been full of his followers.
I cannot argue. What you say is true. I will also counter argue. And he like points to the letter. Your goddess's champion was heading to Reagan Nutham's capital. She says so in the letter. If she believed him unsafe to deal with, why would she head right to him? If this influence would make him a danger to her and your people,
To
why
stop
seek
whatever
him
was
out?
influencing him.
You think? I don't mean to disrespect your champion, of course, and rest her
She's not
soul
a
wherever
champion
you go.
anymore.
I don't think she could have taken Utham head on in combat. I think that would have been a suicide mission, and if that
Huh?
was her goal, then it
Dom,
was.
if you are insinuating that I think my champion could have been Utham, I don't know. I actually said the thing that was influencing Utham.
But if this Alfred Stone, if his follower alone could kill her, I don't see how she could fight him either.
Well, we have the answer to that. She lost. We won, but who knows what else is happening. I think we need to know more information before we start sending letters that can be intercepted, magics that can be altered.
I think the more important part is the Elder Lion stuff that is being mentioned. But
I know
what of
not
you
about
then?
this.
If I cannot tell Reagan Newtham, what do you plan to tell your followers in the church? When we last told them our location in the tomb, we got attacked. We got cornered. Is there going to be more discretion? Do you plan to inform them of these truths you found? That your people are being targeted, your champion slain by an Alfred Stone? If we're
My
going to
people
tell
know
them
that they've been
that,
targeted.
why this Otara? That's one threat.
My people
There's
have
another.
already been mostly wiped out, Dom. People are no stranger to that fact.
I'm aware. Don't you think it is a responsibility then to warn our collective peoples of what comes ahead? If you think Reganutham's lands have been corrupted, if he cannot help us, your church, it is here. His followers are here. If you are scared of what simple word might do, then we must leave. If you believe it is that bad. We are in a town not too far from here. If his followers were here, then they are there. And if Utham can't help us weed them out, I don't know who can.
All right, Dom. I'm done arguing with you. Send your letter. And if Doom follows, it's on you.
Doom always follows. It's the fact of the world that bad things happen.
And it doesn't
I
have
believe
to be that way.
this is the lesser evil.
As Dom and kind of Kez come to a quiet, kind of standstill almost, the five of you, including Ice, kind of standing around as you do. The sounds of the waves coming in and out, the sky kind of darkening and the weather kind of chilling slightly. Do you all plan to stay in the town, or are you going to head back to Brightwing's City King's End?
I've got bodies to burn. It's going to take me a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
What is
say
Okay.
we might want to stay in the town just to make sure that nothing gets up, just in
Okay.
fucking case.
Yeah.
Plus, it's dark enough that we don't want to travel.
Okay. All right. So as the five of you begin to kind of camp out for the night, beginning to watch and kind of working on the bodies, cleaning them up, Dom beginning to write their letters, getting everything ready. Kez kind of going through his rites, either helping, and Ned kind of enjoying the fact that no bloody bones are trying to stab him.
I would also like to patrol the town for my 3 remaining hours.
Okay. The Wolverine kind of marching back and forth as he looks through buildings, kind of looking through every hole, chasing a couple mice out of their dens as he does. As the 5 of you kind of spend the rest of the night working away at this town, finding a nice little room to crash in and put your sleeping bags in, the night goes on without much of an issue as you lot manage to clean up the town and begin to kind of plan out your next thing. And with those who have school and with those who have work, we thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.